It's so rare that we're actually starting on time. I'm so happy. Okay. So, is everybody ready to play or do something?
Mm-hmm.
So last we left off, what was happening? The party had just, well, not maybe just, but had been in the midst of figuring out that there was some type of powerful fiend that was killing people in Port Zune. Finding out a little bit more information about that, they seem to have narrowed it down to the lover or partner of the current Marquis of Port Zune, but had not yet found them, and in fact were questioning whether they should, considering it might eat their faces. That's about where we left off. What would the party like to do?
Oh, okay. We were split into two groups. One group was doing research, and one group was like learning about Connell at the nearest tavern, right?
I think that was happening. I think did everybody rejoin at some point?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I mean, we would at some point.
Oh, probably at some point. But well, let's assume that you had not rejoined yet. So now the one group was, let me think.
It was Cirthus, Quintus, and Chomp were doing the research. Everyone else was at the pub.
That sounds right. Okay. So let's start with the research people, I guess. You had found out a few things, if I remember. Mainly that Rakshasas are generally immune to lower level magic, and it is very hard to kill them. What else had you been looking at? Because you had found a small a small private library it was.
Yeah.
That's right.
Cirthus was looking into what maybe the organs could have been used for, and that there are certain magics that can add more power to blood magic. But I think beyond that, we've kind of stretched the limits of the small library.
Yeah, I mean, they're a nice little library, but they don't have something on everything. Cirthus on organs that could be used for blood magic, generally the liver, the heart, the pancreas at times, depending on the ritual and the tradition. But yeah. Is there anything else anybody else wants to figure out while they're in this small library, the Idle Hour Library? All right.
Is there anything that we wanted to investigate about the crystals, or anything related to our other mission?
That's true.
I feel like we did the research in that kind of larger library about Draconia and everything. I don't know if we necessarily find more here.
What do you guys figure our odds are actually successfully defeating this thing?
Are we asking in character?
Yes.
Yeah. This magic invulnerability is not great. That means we will have to rely on martial prowess entirely, which, in the right scenario, we have some impressive martial prowess in our companions.
Yeah, if we're talking about probability of defeating this thing, I personally, 90% of my usefulness is going to be tied up in magics. So,
It's true.
Maybe
So
we should
we-
hire some more qualified adventurers to deal with this.
we send Crom in. Good luck.
Yes, I will haste Crom. Everyone else cast your buffs, and it will be fine.
Buff your tanks, guys.
Enlarge.
Yes, just enlarge. We haste. We bless. Everything needed.
I hide around a corner, pretend like I'm not even part of the group. Normal shit.
Yeah, just the usual. I don't know. I think if we can find the right scenario, if we can get the Rakshasa alone, it's doable. While their magic and vulnerability is frightening. With Shay and Crom. I mean, like, did you see how they handled the giant? Like, just in the sky attacking. I don't know. I think we have a chance.
As long as I have an exit, I guess I shall help.
All right. Well, as the three of you are discussing this, Rowan and Shay, along with Salai and Crom, are in Ye Old Pigeon, a nice little bar along in the northern districts of town. Fairly nice place. Salai and Crom are fairly quiet today. But the two of you, what are you doing while you're? And I'm guessing the three of you are gonna head back to meet them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So who's heading where to meet who then?
Well, Shay, we're having a good time, so why don't we let them head to us?
I think that sounds like a fabulous idea.
There you go.
Yeah.
Not waiting too long. Eventually, the three of them come back into Ye Old Pigeon, and they find you at a table, just off center in the room, watching around, asking a few questions. You haven't learned much, but you have gotten nice and buzzed.
What time of day is it?
It's let me backtrack. It's like late afternoon at this point. Late afternoon, early evening, because you had spent a lot of the morning, robbing a grave, basically. And then doing some poking around. You did talk to the Marquis for a few minutes, who seemed like a nice enough, if also undead, guy.
Oh yeah.
And learned that he had a partner named Connell,
Who might be a Goliath.
who might be a Goliath, who also might be a Rakshasa, you think.
Yeah, like so many things.
So many things. This is getting confusing. All right. The three of them rejoining your table. Discuss. Here's a topic. Should you take on a Rakshasa?
Yes.
Such confidence.
So, yes.
Counterpoint, maybe not.
Good point.
I'm sorry.
I mean, well, just something to take note of for specifically you three, and he's pointing at our three martial people, Roland, Shay, and Crom. You would be in the midst of the fighting. It is immune to our lower level magics, so we could only assist, like not purposefully attack.
I think we could handle it.
Why not?
Well,
Point of
Okay.
order, you did also learn about a supposed curse about Rakshasas.
That's right. As long as we're fighting him, we just don't let him touch us.
yes, yeah,
I mean, I kind of technically have to touch him.
but you don't have to let him touch you. If you touch him, and you can do that thing where you make it so they can't move, and then just beat them up very unfairly, that would be great.
I can give him the old one too.
Yes. Ye olde 1-2.
Yes.
Well, I believe there was also an idea of our two stealthier companions perhaps sneaking in and looking at this individual's chambers or searching the complex, though now that seems like even more of a dangerous idea.
I'm not really sure if we search his chambers, if he's going to have his like Rakshasa costume hanging on the wall in the closet. I'm not sure it's going to do any good to search his chambers, because certainly he's not going to leave incriminating evidence like that out.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Well, I mean, can we all have we all come to the conclusion that this Connell is the Rakshasa we are looking for?
Yeah.
I guess.
I don't think it's a conclusion. It's our newest suspect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. I don't like the idea of walking away from this. Yeah. If we could find someone who could assist us, that would be one thing. But if we leave, we are just leaving the city in the hands of an undead and a demon.
And I would quite like that to not be a thing. So, who's with me?
Sure.
Yes.
I mean, I am honor bound not to stand idly by when the common folk is threatened by beasts. So, of course, I will be here.
Thank you.
And I think everyone looks and stares at Cirthus and Chomp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all just like, you.
And Crumb.
I feel like, would Crom ever back down from a fight? I don't
No.
No, I don't think
Okay.
so.
Well, I'm not saying that we don't deal with this, but is now the best time?
If not now, there might be
Then
more
when?
victims.
Oh, I'm sure there's going to be more victims, but it might be us.
It probably will be.
So you're saying maybe we just circle back around to this problem in the future?
And let more people die. No.
I understand the trepidation. If perhaps we had a more concrete idea of even what we were going to find at Draconia, or if there is this crystal there. But there's no telling how long it would take for us to circle back.
So we should just do this.
Yeah, we gotta find it and identify it, the fiend, and just brute force take it on, I guess.
Well, that's the thing. Are we going to attack this person that we're not even 100% sure? Would that make us the bad guys if we're wrong?
Well, that is a good point.
I think we should be sure first, yeah.
Okay. Then, everything we've learned about Rakshasa is their cat-like nature and their predatory instincts. They like to lord from the shadows. It seems prideful. I think maybe there would be some sort of records in their chambers or hidden somewhere. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think. The first thing that comes to mind is casting a spell on the person, which I mean, it could just be healing or a blessing, so it is not hostile, and just see if it takes. But we'd have to meet them.
Then how do you suppose we can meet with them?
Well, Shay, how influential is your family in the city?
Moderately?
Perhaps influential enough to be invited to a dinner that they throw, or invite them to a party?
Maybe. I can always talk to my father.
I think the more natural it seems, the better.
True. All right, then I can go talk to him and see what we can do. So I'm gonna go do that.
All right. Everybody else is staying behind?
Yeah, there might be more females there.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, it's up to everybody else. I'm just wondering.
I don't need company.
Yeah, I got that feeling. So.
All right.
Well, so everybody's staying here at the bar?
I think so.
I need to go run an errand real quick, and I'll meet you guys back here.
It is getting to be, evening now, yes.
Yeah, so I gather up my things and the 3 cloaks that I brought and shuffle out of the bar.
All right. So we're breaking the group into 3 sections. Who wants to go first? Shay, Chomp, or does anybody want to do anything else while they're at the bar?
Fine to sit around.
I'm
my
fine
thing's
sitting around.
my thing's real quick. I won't be long.
It's true. We'll go with Chomp first then, because the sun is going down. Is that when you said that your creations would meet you?
Yeah, I believe I left them instructions to wait until sunset, wait until the sun goes down, and then to wait for me like outside of the cemetery area, like outside the wall or the gate of the cemetery.
Okay. All right. So walking back north through this part of the city, just outside on the edge of kind of where the city starts to turn into more estates and things like that, you come back across the graveyard. Just before you get there, a very panicked looking half elf just kind of runs by you, eyes wide, just like hyperventilating. And you think you might know why that is.
Better hurry up.
When you get to the gate, there are your 3 skeletons. One of them still slightly falling apart and kind of with a little bit of a limp. Not quite all the fingers on all the hands, are there. The jaw is kind of crooked. The other 2 are looking okay, but they're just kind of standing there, slightly swaying back and forth. And as you come up, all 3 skulls kind of turn towards you at the same time. And there they are.
Gentlemen, here, put these on. I'm gonna put the cloaks on them.
Okay.
And hoods up. And look around. Do I see anybody? I guess everybody.
Make a perception check real quick.
Seven.
7. You really, other than skeletons that you animated and had you meet here, you don't really see anybody around.
Excellent. Perfect. We did
It's all
it.
coming together.
Yes. I put the cloaks on them and tell them to follow me, and let's head back to the bar.
Okay. Just to see how well you disguise them, could you go ahead and make a... I don't know, what would this be? I'm gonna say... Make a deception check. Well, you could either do a deception check or... You know what, I don't know. Let's go with deception check for now.
0.
0. Okay.
Yep.
You're able to put the cloaks on them.
Okay.
You didn't realize that they didn't button up quite all the way, and so every time they take a step, a skeletal leg and foot comes out of the cloak, and the hoods keep falling back. And so you really have to keep an eye and put them up every time they start sliding down.
Okay.
As long as it's dark, maybe someone won't notice if they have low perception. We'll see. In any case, moving on to Shay.
Oh, hi there.
Shay, moving through the city, move down a little bit to the south and closer back to the water's edge, you come to your family home. A nice looking leather shop storefront in front of you that just says Etels. A small lamp is burning in front, but this being evening, it looks like it's been shut up for the day.
Okay.
It's a nice enough street. You remember it from childhood. Slightly dusty. There's a couple olive trees growing in a couple of the backyards around the area. It's a mixture of homes and businesses here. Kind of what you might call a lower middle class Port Zune street.
Okay.
What do you do?
I'm gonna go on into my house.
Okay. So walking into the house, you find you had visited your dad just a day or two ago.
Yeah.
And you find immediately the same thing you had found then. Much the same leather shop that you remember your father having run since you can remember. a little bit more disordered than maybe you had grown up with, but still functioning. And moving through into the back of the shop, you come into the living area, and you find your father. Looks like a little bit of bread on a plate, half eaten, next to him, with a cup next to it, as he sits by the fire and is just staring into the flames of his small fireplace. Now, your father, like you've always remembered, is a good size, maybe 6 foot, strong-looking man with dark hair pulled back into a little bit of a ponytail, and a leather vest with these kind of white, not quite silk, but some kind of flowing material pants on, sandals, strong-looking hands and forearms from so much time cutting and embossing leather. And he doesn't seem to have heard you come in.
I'm just gonna like tap him on the shoulder. Hey.
He kind of jumps a little bit and gasps, but looking at you, he says, "Misielito, you are here again. It's so good to see you."
It's good to see you too. I'm gonna give him a big old hug.
And he hugs you back. He gets up immediately and says, I do not have much for dinner tonight, but maybe...
No, it's okay.
Some bread? I have some olives.
It's okay, Dad. I came because I wanted to talk to you about something.
All right, that's fine. What? I'm an open book. What can I do for you? What can I tell you?
I might have found who killed Mom.
His face stays the same kind of look, but almost freezes in place. And his eyes get tight just around the edges.
So
He says, what do you mean?
we think it's a Rakshasa. We need some help.
Some help. Make a insight check real quick.
Okay. Eight.
8.
I rolled a 2.
Your dad. Oh gosh, your dad has seemed a little bit off ever since you got back into town. Yeah, it's just he doesn't seem to be reacting the way you thought he would.
Is everything okay? You seem a little off.
I'm off. I'm sure. I don't know what you mean. I'm fine.
You're not acting like you.
Who else would I be acting like? His eyes kind of go down to the ground.
I don't know, but not you.
I assure you, I'm me. I'm me.
Then what's wrong?
You see his brow furrow, and he sits back down on his chair next to the fire and kind of leans forward onto his knees and takes a deep breath and sighs it out. I can't tell you.
Why?
I can't.
But we don't keep secrets. Why?
No, I mean, I'm trying to tell you, and I can't. And it looks like as you watch him, he's trying to, almost like he's trying to force something up out of himself, but nothing comes out.
Is there something that I could roll to try to figure out what this might be?
Yeah, roll an Arcana check.
Woohoo! This is not gonna end well.
Is it not?
No.
Somebody's got to have a good roll eventually.
Oh, thank God! 16.
16. All right, let me see.
Stinking -1 to that sucker.
Okay, that was exactly what you needed.
Oh, thank God.
So, looking at this, in some of your years, especially off in Zadash, in the fighting pits and things like that, you've seen a lot of scoundrels, a lot of villains. You've taken care of some of them, and some of them use certain strong enchantment magics. And just the way he's speaking, the way he won't quite make eye contact some of the time, and the way he can't seem to answer your question, you get the strange feeling that there's some kind of very strong enchantment going on here.
Have you met with anyone different lately?
I can't say. I'm sorry. He's starting to look almost pained, and he's starting to, like, more than usual, because there's always a little bit of glisten to his skin, but now he's starting to look downright sweaty.
Oh. That's not kosher. Okay. Well, how about this? Would you be willing to have a meeting with me and someone else?
Sure. There's no problem with that. I could do a meeting. Anything for you.
No, thank you. Why don't you come with me? Let's go meet some of my friends.
All right. And following you out of the house, you make your way back to Ye Olde Pigeon.
Yeah.
Where you find the rest of your party, the ones that stayed behind, minus Chomp at the moment.
Yeah.
Just all kind of having a nice time, having some drinks. Roland keeps flirting with some of the barmaids, and they don't seem to be especially receptive at the moment, but who knows? Later, you know.
Yeah.
And as you get there, the rest of you see your friend Shay walk in with a devastatingly handsome, dark-haired man in a leather vest, kind of this dark brown skin. It looks like almost his hair is kind of oiled almost, but in like a nice way, not like an oily way. And who seems to be, she's leading by the arm. And it's strange, you can't quite place what race he is. He could be human, he could be elf, he could be a lot of things, it seems like, but you're not sure.
Everyone except for Chomsky. This is my dad.
Oh, good evening, sir. And,
Very nice.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry. What?
Yes, very nice to meet you. My name is Quintus.
nice to meet you, Quintus. I am Etel the Magnificent.
Oh, is he now?
Yes,
would
he
you
is.
prefer Etel the Unequaled? He looks a little bit more at home, kind of being social now. But
Okay.
yeah, almost like he's being distracted.
Thank God.
Anyway, and as the two of you sit down, you do see Chomsky come in through the door. Although he turns around suddenly and makes it a motion, like he's stopping someone from coming in, and then points at the ground, and then continues on in. And joins you at the table as well.
Okay, where have you been?
Hey guys, sorry that took so long. I had to go meet up with some associates.
Associates.
Yep. They didn't feel like coming in. They don't like big crowds.
Mike! Swear to God.
She's yelling at the cat. But, yeah, I suppose everybody has their misgivings. This is Shay's father.
Hello, sir.
As you come up, he stands once again, bows deeply to you, and says, "Hello, I am Etel, the Unequaled."
Italian.
Or the Magnificent. You know, it's really up to you. I'm trying a few things out.
Oh, are you?
And I just kind of nudge him like, Dad.
What?
It's sad Salai's not here because I feel like they'd get along.
Extremely.
Sly seems to have fallen asleep in his chair, alas.
Stranger thing. So has Shay told you about our issue?
I tried. Why don't
Please, there's a problem. I can't.
It's quite
say.
serious. I said it's quite serious.
Yes, and he kind of just stammers himself into silence.
So why don't you try Quintus?
Wait, what is the problem?
Try asking him for the favor.
Oh, sure. Okay, so we have been doing some research around town about these very brutal murders that occur in the richer upper sections. And through our research, we have narrowed it down to the distinct possibility that you may know the individual Connell, who is the partner of the Marquis.
As you say this, he nods and looks slightly uncomfortable.
Yes, we have a running theory that this Connell may be the perpetrator of these acts.
I'm gonna start motioning to his face.
As she motions to his face, you see, as you kept talking about Connell and about the happenings in general, like his face has become. He started squinting and grimacing. It's more like sweat has started to appear and start dripping down his face, and he looks distinctly uncomfortable, like physically uncomfortable.
Can I do like an insight check as to what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Someone
Alright.
besides me.
I rolled an 11, but I've got a +8, so 19.
19. There is definitely something about what you're saying specifically that is disturbing.
Oh, well, excuse me, but something tells me that this subject matter is not unfamiliar to you.
During this
He
line
nods,
of
but he
questioning,
barely nods. Yeah.
I will do detect thoughts. Deep dive.
Detect thoughts, deep dive.
Mm.
Oh. Give me 1 sec. I need to bring up his stats.
If he's the unequaled, he has all 20s, right?
I don't remember what I built him as. So let's see.
Bella, what's wrong?
Munch, are you watching me? Munch is watching me.
Our cat.
Our dog. Let's be real.
Oh, there he is. Okay. Sorry.
You don't need to apologize. You're good.
There's too many character sheets.
Been there.
Okay. All right. So what? So for a deep dive, what do you have to? Does he have to roll anything? Or?
Yes.
Yeah. What is he rolling?
Cat.
Let me
There's
see.
sound coming from your mic.
Oh, sorry.
Target must make a wisdom saving throw. If it fails, you gain insight into its reasoning, if any, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind, such as something it worries over, loves, or hates. If it succeeds, the spell ends.
And are you just doing it, or are you telling me you're doing it?
No, what do you mean?
Well, are you gonna let him know that's what's happening, or are you just going to try to detect his thoughts out of nowhere?
Detect his thoughts.
Okay.
Just-
Okay. That was a wisdom. Oh
Yes.
yeah, that's his low. That's his second lowest stat. Okay. And that was a 7. So he fails. So you get to read his thoughts. Yes.
Yeah, it says that either way it knows that I've probed his mind, and unless I shift my attention to another creature's thoughts, the creature can use its action on its turn to make an intelligence check contested by my intelligence.
Okay.
If it succeeds, the spell ends. I don't know how you want to do that.
Well. Okay. As you dig deeper, and you're able to, you immediately come up to this large object, figuratively speaking, of hate in his mind. It looks to be a tall figure, maybe 8 feet tall with gray skin. Also jet black hair, but fairly close cropped to the head. Dressed in a fairly nice green robe. And there is just hate wrapped around this individual.
I don't know who this is.
You do not know who this is. I mean,
We
parts of the parts of what I just described are also a shared description with Connell, specifically the gray skin and being tall.
Okay.
Yeah, what you do see is a Goliath in very nice robes.
And that's what Connell looks like?
You got the impression that he might look like a Goliath. You didn't get a great description of him.
Oh, so we actually haven't seen Connell yet.
You actually haven't yet.
Okay. All right.
Quintus, what were you saying?
Nothing. Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. Like, yeah, we got the description that he was very tall and gray skinned. So, ooh.
We're gonna call it the end of his turn. He's gonna roll real quick as he kind of looks at you immediately, knowing what's going on. It leans back, and you said he can make a intelligence check.
Yeah, versus mine.
Okay, that's a 19 on his end.
Okay, so most likely passed. Mine's. Oh, do I roll?
I'm not sure on that. Let me look at the rules. Yeah, on its turn, it's not going to make an intelligence check contested by your. Yeah, so you roll 2, make an intelligence check.
All right, I got 16. So.
Okay. And as you see this image fades from your mind, and he's looking at you extremely suspiciously, and asks, "What was that? I do not appreciate this."
Wait, what happened?
He tried to get into my mind.
I did get into your mind. I'm trying to help. You were making some really odd faces, and I was curious what was on your mind.
Why'd you do that without telling him first?
Surprise.
You should really not do that.
Well, I apologize for that. But the point of all of this was we have our suspicions about this Connell, but we need to know for certain. So we thought perhaps you might be able to have some sort of meeting where we can get into contact with them.
Once again, the moment you start talking about Connell and having contact with him, his face goes back to that pained look and just sweat, and he looks like he's trying to say something but just can't.
Okay, I think we have our confirmed suspicion here, guys.
Wait, what is wrong with your father, Shay?
He does not act like this.
Is this
is abnormal.
Is this magical?
I think.
Huh. Well, why didn't you say so? And I'll cast a spell magic.
Okay, let me look up my notes again. There is a DC. What level are you casting Dispel Magic at?
Just 3rd level. Like, yeah, I don't know. So.
Okay. Go ahead. You're gonna have to make a roll
Ability
for it.
check with my wisdom, right?
I believe so.
I would like to interject this real quick.
Yes.
Mr. Unequal, what if he was no more? How does that change his face?
It changes as you say this. He still looks pained, but he does look over to you, and his eyebrows kind of go up, and it's strange. He suddenly looks very pleased, but also very in pain.
Alright, I should
Well, I think we have our answer.
I should make my roll now.
Yes. I'm just making sure what the DC is. Okay, go for it.
Okay, 17 total. I rolled a 12. 12 plus 5.
You all are kind of amazing today. That was exactly what you needed.
Oh, you're fucking kidding me.
It was passed as a level 7.
Oh my
you
god.
needed 17 to beat it. As you watch, you all watch Quintus take up his amulet and its symbol of the what looks like a dagger with a blood droplet. He kind of closes his eyes and stretches out a hand, and you see almost like heat, like a heat mirage, this kind of disturbance in the air go between him and Etel. And as it hits Etel, he suddenly sits up entirely straight, and the pained look leaves his face. And he looks over at you, Shay, and he says, "Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. You have to stop him. Connell, you have to stop him. You have to stop him. He killed your mother. He killed my wife. He killed so many people. Oh my gosh."
Wait.
I'm gonna hold my dad now.
Okay, hold on. Keep calm. So you're under a magical compulsion. You know Connell is a Rakshasa.
Well, he's definitely a fiend of some kind. Yes. And he's just kind of breaking down in Shay's arms right now. He's kind of collapsed back into his chair.
How did you find out?
It's a long story. In my homeland, and he's just having a lot of trouble getting it out just naturally this time.
I'm just gonna
But eventually-
pat him on the back.
Thank you. In my homeland, a long time ago, I was part of a group that banished him from our plane. And I think he holds it against me. And so, after I came here, he sought me out and has been trying to slowly beat me down. He took the home I built. He took everything from me over the years, over many years.
Well, he's not going to take anything anymore.
So I think we have a confirmation.
Yes. We do.
You can't. You don't understand. You can't. He's fairly powerful. I mean, I'm also powerful, but he's fairly powerful. Oh, and that's that reminds me. Shay, as it is your ancestral right, the keep, Tharfield Keep, it's yours. Suppose you just have to get the monster out, as it were.
Wait,
Wait, what?
you were in today?
Tharfield Keep, the current home of the current Marquis.
What?
It's yours.
No.
It's your home. Well, I mean, I built it.
Okay.
That's a funny joke. That's a funny joke.
Shay, deep breaths. Keeps aside, this may be a powerful creature, but you say it has been banished once before. So it can be defeated, at least for a time.
Oh, it can. We did before. It's very sneaky, as they say.
Well,
I don't know how you will. It took several of us the last time around, and we are not small stuff, you might say. I know some things. how to do some things.
It is good.
A magician?
Oh, you,
No,
no.
I'm just gonna go like, ah,
Not so much. But I do use some magic. Yes.
awkward laughter on my half.
Okay. Well, we can't knowingly leave a creature like this here.
Indeed, I agree.
If you can give us assistance,
Yeah. Would you be willing to help us?
yes.
I can. I can. Yes, I can help. Yes, I can
Good.
help.
Let's fight together, okay, Dad? We can avenge Mom together.
Oh, that's okay. Yes, I'm sorry. It's been so long since my mind was my own. It's taking some getting used to.
It's okay.
Of course. So now we just have to figure out a way to engage the creature. I don't know if storming the keep is the way.
Well, don't look at me. I'm not sure.
What about trying to lure him out? Like if we could catch him in the act, so to speak. Stakeout. If we could find some Rakshasa bait.
Quintus thinks for a moment. He says, Did we? Okay, so this might have been just idle talk, but he really likes that garden, doesn't he?
He does spend a lot of time there.
So, hypothetically speaking, perhaps if someone was to be known to have destroyed the garden, he would probably want to personally deal with them.
So you're talking about destroying the garden?
I am maybe talking about lighting the garden on fire, yes.
And then like
Let's go do it.
leaving a calling card or something, so like it's
Let's do it.
I think maybe if it was Shay or Atel the Unequaled, it would at least make sense in the Rakshasa's mind why they would do such a thing. That would mean they know, and it would
I can
want
do
to
it.
deal. You're very gung-ho about this arsony.
And
Honey,
I'm-
Shay, you can't put yourself in danger like that.
I can do it.
Either I do it myself or you help me.
Yeah, my reasoning for this is if it was one of us, he might just use his powers to send people after us. But he holds a vendetta against your family. It would be an affront.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Are there any small uninhabited, like say island, like places offshore nearby?
Nearby, let's see, Port Zune. The closest, there might be some small islands nearby. The closest islands that you're sure of are probably the Twinward Islands, which are just mostly due west and slightly north of Port Zune by a couple days boat trip.
I'm just thinking about a good place to actually, fight them.
Yes.
Okay, maybe not an island. How about like a, what do you call it? What is it? A jetty? Kind of like an island, but there's actually a connection to the.
I'm just thinking somewhere isolated.
Well, I have a thought, a useful use for a spell. That whole water breathing thing.
Yeah.
If we have that, then if things turn sour, we can maybe escape through the water. Or perhaps we can move the fight to the water. I don't know if it can breathe underwater, but it might make it difficult. Maybe we could drown his ass.
Well, so continuing on this idea, perhaps we leave some sort of message for Connell to know, like that only they would understand. A declaration that you took everything from us, we will take everything from you, something like that. We know. So he has to make the move, and see if this, perhaps finding somewhere isolated. I must confess, my brain power is kind of stretching beyond myself at this moment, so I'm kind of getting a headache.
All right.
Well, I think that is definitely a good start, at least. We can easily leave a note and tell him that, you know where to find us, and that we'll be waiting, and yeah.
All right.
Chomsky, do you think your associates would know of anywhere like isolated? They are from the city, yes?
Yeah, they're originally from the area, you could say. They haven't been around much lately, so I don't know if they're up to speed on current events.
Yeah, but
They've been away.
What do they do?
What's that now? What do they do?
Yeah, what do they do?
Well, they're undertakers. They spend a lot of time in the cemetery.
Interesting. Oh, okay. If you think they can help us.
Yeah, just more bodies. I feel like will help.
I mean, beyond your friends, they don't need to put themselves in danger for
Yeah.
our.
Oh no, don't worry about them. They're fine.
Chomsky, you're very adept with spell casting. This creature seems to be a high-level caster of a sort. If they wanted to get away, I assume there are many ways they could do so.
What, a spellcaster?
Yeah, the Rakshasa, like, if we do in fact get them on the ropes, per se, what's to stop them from just dipping?
Well, there's I know there's various shackles and magic instruments to imprison things like this. I don't necessarily have access to those materials. But yes, that's totally possible. The Rakshasa could definitely if it feels like it's being beat, it would probably not stick around.
Well, do you think that that your friends might have access to anything like that?
No. Flat no.
Okay.
So the I have one spell that helps to curtail spell casting, and that is silence. Though it is it is a certain radius.
And would that work?
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't know. I guess not. I tell the unequaled magnificent one. Do you happen to know of a way, or know what we're talking about at least?
Or what about what if we, instead of a magical silence, couldn't we just, like, gag him?
If we can, yes.
I mean,
Crom is
Tal looks
there.
at you
No.
and says, I do know that it cannot be, unless it chooses to, it cannot be affected by certain spells, and it can cast spells itself, so we have to be careful.
Even area affecting spells.
It depends on the spell. Like, it might be able to be affected by something created by a spell, if that thing was then physical in nature. Maybe.
Well, how did you do it before?
We had several of us. We were fairly strong magic users, and we killed it. But it's a fiend. You have to understand. Killing a fiend, unless you are in its own existence, does not actually kill it. It just sends it back. In fact, that may be why it's been doing this to me, now that I think about it. I hope everybody else is all right. In any case, I can help some, but I am limited in exactly what I can do.
All right. If worse comes to worse, and we get in a fight, and it attempts to escape, I have an ability that as long as we can get a certain amount of its blood, I can still track it, sense it. As long as they're within 10 miles of us, so it's pretty considerable. It could get to the point where I can even see through their senses, but so as a backup.
All right. Looking at you, Etel does say, you know, I think the silence might work.
Really?
If you can get it off in time.
Because if
This, speaking as the DM, like, silence affects sound. It doesn't affect creatures.
yeah. Okay,
So
that makes sense.
So rules as written, it would affect the sound. It would not affect him, and therefore.
This is why I needed someone smarter to tell me.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if we can just get Crom to hold on tightly to this individual and keep them in the bubble, there's a chance. But it's still dangerous, still deadly. There's the curse that those who are in melee would be dealing with potentially.
All right, now, what do you want to do?
Just go burn down a garden.
I have flaming arrows.
Okay, well, hold on.
So
It's true.
I recognize that is maybe the best idea we have right now. But if we are going to do this drastic thing, we'll need to go ahead and figure out how we leave a calling card that will not burn. Perhaps like painted onto the wall or something. And then we need to draw them to a place, right?
I mean, I could. How far away is this place going to be?
Yeah, what if we just fight him in the garden? As it burns down around us.
That would be very cool.
Yeah.
No, actually, it would be warm. There's flames. Does he not understand this? He looks over at you, Shay.
It's a figure of speech, and I'm just gonna kind of pat him on the back.
Yeah, no. We say that very much in Marquette, just to it's the opposite of the heat we usually. Never mind.
Okay.
But I'm afraid that the guard will become an issue if we fight on the property.
Anywhere within 100 or so feet, I could send a message to him.
Oh, interesting.
I've seen him, so I could do that if you need.
Message. I mean, I could send him a message anywhere if I know what he looks like. Although, if he is Rakshasa, then maybe that wouldn't work.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is all very confusing.
I mean, we know where he lives. We can send him a letter.
That's true. Just burn it down, send him a letter. Hey, we burned down your favorite thing. Fight us, coward. We know what you are.
I mean, that sounds good to me.
Stop picking on our family. We're going to end this. Your face is that of a newborn kitten that crossed with a pug.
That sounds so cute.
It does, actually.
God, that sounds hideous. What are you on?
I think that sounds cute.
Oh God, the newborn kittens already have squished face. It's squish cubed. What is wrong with you
Yes,
people?
so much itch.
It's cute.
I will. I'm with you. I'm here to help. And Etel settles back. Whatever you want to do.
I mean, would drawing him to your estate be bad?
My home.
I suppose.
I do not know. That seems like it might be okay. Maybe.
I don't know this. I don't know this city. We're just trying to.
It's smaller. My yard is quite small. And I'd rather you did not burn down my house.
I mean, I wouldn't burn there. We get him angry. So he makes bad mistakes.
I mean, I've seen these things happen before. The fire, it happens. I've seen, like, things blow up. Literally.
I don't know. Sirtis, what do you think? He's muted.
He is. What does everybody else think?
So the estate is too small, or
I mean, it's not too small. It's going to be rather cramped. With he counts around 8 of us plus him in this small backyard, but we could do it.
I had
We could fight him.
Go ahead.
We could fight him in the graveyard.
I was just thinking that actually. What if it was at the grave site of his most recent victim, or you know, we leave that in the letter so it's cryptic, but he would know. We've already
Sounds good to me.
we've already seen that there's mostly just, as long as we do it late at night, then.
I think the graveyard would be a good choice.
Especially if we could get him in the mausoleum, then the silence is a lot easier.
Yeah.
But that's a long shot. I think. I
I
mean,
think we have a good plan at least.
I think we have a plan. But
Sirtis mentions while you're talking about this that if we pass this on to him and give him time to plan, that might be bad. And he might just send, because he is close to power, he might just send the authorities after us.
yeah. Go ahead.
Instead of burning down his garden, if y'all can talk to him mentally, why don't you just say challenge 1-on-1, and we can lie a little. Meet you in the graveyard.
Well, I don't know if the magic will work against him, and that runs into the same issues. The reason I thought to burn down the garden and insinuate that it is their family, and I point to Shay and Attell, is because he has this insane vendetta against them, and that would be a direct challenge, which he might get angry enough that he makes a more poor decision.
True, but I'm wondering if I'm afraid he might just send the guards if we burn down the garden,
Well,
like somebody else suggested.
There's no proof that we did it.
Except for the fact that we're all waiting in a graveyard.
Yes, but we did not leave. The note we would leave is not we burned down your garden, come fight us in the graveyard. It is, we know what you are. You killed you killed our family member, and we will be waiting at your latest victim's resting place, something like that.
That sounds good.
So it's not it's not making it so we are obviously the people. We could just be people visiting a grave.
Sounds good.
Or maybe it's time to finally settle the score between our family and yours, demon. Meet us at the resting place, blah, blah, blah.
Like I said before, I'm okay with this. This sounds like a plan.
Cool. Everybody, see how cool just flows is what I'm saying, Attell. You should really just try and insert it into your vocabulary.
And sure, okay. That sounds great.
Sounds cool, doesn't it?
Cool.
See, look at that. All right. Yeah. What do you all think? I guess if we have no better plan, get the arson.
I have flaming longbow.
Yes, I mean that would work.
I think we leave the actual burn to our two stealthier companions, who could escape quite easily. Roland, if you could get up on the wall, then with
Oh,
your
yeah.
longbow, and
That
Shay,
wouldn't be a problem.
you could just teleport as long as it is nighttime.
Yes, as long as I have a shadow.
And then we leave the message somehow. Whether we just leave it in a place that it won't burn, or whatever you will. But I think Sirtis is right. Giving him time will only come back to bite us. So
Yeah.
perhaps we make it tonight. I've used quite a bit of spells, though, as we've known, they won't be that useful against this creature.
Yeah, but I'm thinking more healing.
Yes, so perhaps tomorrow night is when we initiate this plan.
Yeah. Which gives
That
me time
sounds-
out of character. I have a really bad headache and I need to get up and walk around for a minute. So y'all take a long rest and I'll be right back.
All right. Everybody else. So taking a long rest. Is there anything anybody else wants to do before going to sleep? You do not
Oh,
have
I'm good.
rooms here, I don't think.
No.
Sorry, did we decide where we were going to try to fight?
Perhaps the grave, like it's seeming like the graveyard. We leave cryptic message that we'll be waiting where his last victim rests, or something like that.
What if there was another we don't know about? And it's a mix-up. He makes us at the wrong place.
I mean, not much we can do about that. If you have a better idea, I'm open ears.
Nobody? Bueller?
Sorry, I had walked away for a second. What's up?
Nothing. We're just
Let's see if
Thinking.
anybody else has any ideas.
Ow.
As well as Chomp, you do need to find somewhere for your three friends are still standing outside. They have not been detected yet by anybody coming in or out the door, but they're just kind of standing outside the door, just in a line, right next to the wall.
Perfectly disguised.
Somehow.
Well, yeah, so we don't have rooms here yet?
Here, no. You had rooms for a night at a different place in town the last night, I believe, but not tonight.
Why don't we all just stay at my father's house?
I mean, yes, that would be fine.
Because we haven't been invited yet?
rude.
I wasn't just gonna offer, but yeah,
No,
that's,
that's fine. Yes, yeah.
if he's got enough room for like 10 guests.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Are we planning to do this during the day or at night?
Night.
Like, okay.
Yes.
I'm back.
All right. Okay. So taking a long rest, Chomp, do you want to bring your friends inside, or?
I mean, yeah, if we're all invited.
Yeah, you make your way to a different part of town, finding a quaint little leather working shop with a small living room in back, a small backyard in back of that, and a second story with 2 bedrooms upstairs. And as you come in, Etel says, I would sleep down here. It's only, you all can split the rooms upstairs.
I'll stay down here with you.
All right. Everybody else finding a place to sleep. Hey, Quintus, what's your passive perception?
18. Or, no, 15, excuse me. That was passive insight. 15.
Ah, okay. As you are walking through the city, you do notice several times that Chomp's 3 friends, one of whom seems to be limping quite a bit, seem to have, how do I say this? They seem to be skeletons in robes.
That's one way to say it.
That's one way to say it.
Okay. Well, that changes like what we do when we get there, huh?
And as you get there, yes, you all come in. They kind of shuffle in, and they're all standing against the wall.
All right. I will ask. Just kind of step to the side and ask Chomsky. Your friends. I don't know how to tell you this. Are skeletons?
Oh, really? Which one?
Yes, all 3 of them.
Yeah. You didn't tell anybody else, did you?
No.
All right. Maybe this can just be like our little secret.
No.
Big wink from Chomsky.
Where did you meet these friends?
In the cemetery earlier.
They were just wandering around?
Well, no. I mean, they were in a tomb.
And you heard like knocking on the tomb?
Oh, no. I went in the tomb and I woke them up. I thought they could be helpful.
Chomsky, undeath is an atrocity. One of the 3 main tenets of the Matron of Ravens is that those who pervert the transition of the soul must be put to death.
Have you seen them do one perverted thing the entire time? They have stood here being perfect gentlemen.
I recognize your wordplay, but this is not okay. You need to release them.
Yeah, that's the plan. Like, when we get that Rakshasa, I'm just gonna like release them.
No, I mean release.
Cry havoc.
Release their bodies now.
Well, I mean,
This wordplay is epic.
I mean, I even came up with names for them. I think they'd be real helpful.
They already have names. They were on the graves where they were buried by their loved ones.
At this point, Attell does notice you, kind of off in a corner whispering, and comes over and says, "What are we whispering about?"
I looked at Chomsky for this one. And it's like, yeah, just give him a look.
I say, what would we be talking about? Books we've read.
Interesting. I assumed you were talking about how your three friends are skeletons, but okay.
Well, you're correct.
You rolled really low on the deception check to disguise these guys, so...
Yeah, I'm imagining it's
noticed that they're
comically...
skeletons.
Yeah.
Yes. Like, all of you have noticed that these are three skeletons in badly fitting cloaks.
I gotta add also, this out of character, that you just straight up admitted to it to the Inquisitor, and then tried to hide it from this guy. I don't understand the logic on that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So we've been like whispering in the corner, and I just raise my voice to everybody. It'd be like, okay, so everybody knows.
Yeah. They're not. It's obvious, and I'm just gonna motion to one.
I imagine it's doing something comical, like it's
it's
slightly
probably
hanging off.
got like a skeleton hands, like messing with
As-
his fingers.
Is he playing xylophones on his ribs?
Yes.
No, they're all still just kind of standing there, slightly swaying. Although, as you say that, the one that was limping, out of one of the long arms of the cloak, you see a finger bone just onto the floor, and
I'm done.
it just stays there. Just kind of clatters on the floor and comes to a rest against its skeletal foot.
So yes, they're skeletons, and I don't see anything wrong with it.
I mean, you
That
should.
makes one of us.
Did you give them weapons?
No, I've just given them an animated semblance of life.
Should give them weapons.
No, you should dismiss whatever foul magics you have cast on these poor souls.
Well, I'm glad Surthis is on the same page.
I don't know if like.
Let's just make sure we put them back where we found them.
No,
We need help.
Okay, I'll take them back tomorrow night.
We'll literally be going back tomorrow night.
Yeah, that's where I got them from.
I understand if you are this worried about the Rakshasa that you would fall to the temptations of foul magics, but these are not your tools to use. These are people. If I went on in the streets and used magic to control someone's mind like this Rakshasa did to Attell, those people are not tools.
Well, so are they people or are they evil perversions of life? 'Cause I would argue they can't be both.
The magic is the perversion. It's because you are controlling them. If one of them, just imagine, if you will, if you would have happened across Shay's mother, and
I'm
she
gonna
was
raise
here
my
right now.
eyebrows.
Like, how do you? You have to know this is not okay.
Oh, that would like if I would have animated Shay's mother.
Yes.
That would have been awesome. The whole family fighting the bad guy together.
I mean, yes, that honestly probably it would be kind of epic, but no.
So what I'm hearing you say is we need to go back and find your mom's tomb.
I said no.
Okay, no.
I said no.
I'm sorry, what? Etel does not look happy about this.
It's okay. It's okay. They're not going to. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Let me ask Atel, do you feel that this is just animated skeletons, or is there a being in there?
Yeah, I guess honestly, I would need to ask our host here how he feels about the situation.
Well, I mean, there's the concept of the soul, and is that tied to the physical body? And
Yes.
after death, is that really? I hadn't really thought about it, having never died.
Earlier today, all of you are witness to this fact. We spoke with the dead. That spell did not bring back her soul to speak through her body when we visited. There is a piece of everyone in what they leave behind in this mortal realm.
Chomsky, ask the skeleton
exactly.
a question.
Sure. Well, what should I ask it?
Oh,
Whatever
here,
you want.
let me, and I'm going to cast Speak with Dead.
Oh shit!
Oh gosh.
Different spell.
All right, DM. How does this work?
I mean, it's dead. You're gonna cast Speak with Dead?
Yes, I'm going to
On
ask
which one?
the one whose finger bone just fell.
That one's Clax.
I'm going to ask them what was their name.
All right. As you cast it on the middle one, the one that's fingerbone just fell.
Clax.
Its head comes up suddenly, and its hood, as it does, falls back, and you see this kind of slightly off-white, fairly old skeleton with skeletal head with still like some cobwebs in one of the eye sockets, and as its slightly crooked jaw opens up, you hear what almost sounds like air coming out, but like this rasp. And then the skeleton says, Luano Palacio. That's their name. Luana Palacio.
How old were you when you passed?
One second. Notes.
Oh,
All right.
you're fine. I know this is all just like completely random.
65 years.
And did you have loved ones you left behind?
Yes. How many questions you get to ask?
Nice.
This?
I believe it is 5 questions.
Okay, so those were 3.
Yeah, and I turn and say, this is a person. This is not a tool. This is not a weapon.
Etel jumps in at this point and says, wait, you said you did this to a body just today earlier. Were you not using that as a tool then?
No.
But you reanimated it to speak with it.
Here, let me show you something, friend.
Did it not
And
move and speak?
I will pull the Claret Order symbol, and I say, I don't know if you've ever heard of the Matron of Ravens, she who is the line between life and death.
I have.
Are you a god? Are any of you, Chomsky?
I mean, I'm close.
Phenomenal cosmic power.
$10.
These are not our decisions to make.
Yet you made the decision in talking to them.
No, I am following my fate. She who is the Matron of Ravens leads us on these paths. It is that path that led us to the lady who was wrongly killed, that eventually led us to you, where I could heal your mind and we can end this blight on your family.
So are you saying that the ends justified the means?
No, I am saying that through faith, we can get where we need to go. Perversions along the way will only sully your soul.
I'm still not clear on how that is different.
I can understand that not all of you are as devoted to divinity. But using undead is anathema. I cannot. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, it seems like talking to someone who is dead is bringing back their self, while
Yes,
animating a skeleton is not necessarily. There are spells that can animate some rocks together. That doesn't mean I'm bringing the rocks. They are matter.
But here's the difference. If I ask this person a question, they can tell me whatever they want. I am not controlling them. I'm not forcing them to tell the truth.
Yeah, that's kind of a point.
I'm not making someone do something that they would not do. Free will is important in the same way fate is important.
They did not ask to be talked to. They died.
Well, and their
I
fate
think you're making a
brings me
slight
here.
distinction. They can stay for the night jump.
I am telling you, if you wish my participation, you will let those souls free.
Interesting. So, you as being part of the Claret orders would let a fiend go free in the city to kill. As I understand it, the Claret orders hunt demons and fiends, yes?
Yes, and I will hunt this demon myself, if that is what it takes. I cannot travel with undeath. I would be betraying everything that I am. You have to understand this.
I would say that there are probably certain forms of undeath that fall into that category that you're just speaking of. But I wouldn't consider this in that same category as that.
It's not my distinction to make. Undeath. The commandments of the Matron of Ravens. Death is the natural end of life. There is no pity for those who have fallen. The path of fate is sacrosanct. Those who pridefully attempt to cast off their destiny must be punished. Undeath is an atrocity. Those who would pervert transition of the soul must be brought down.
So we're not bound by our fate, like if it was supposed to happen, it doesn't have to happen?
Undeath is never supposed to happen.
But it does sometimes, and that's not fate.
It's not supposed to happen, so yes.
Well, maybe call upon the Raven Queen to undo this foul magic.
I will make this so easy. Am I more useful in this fight than 3 skeletons?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Skeleton can hit it.
Yes, so can I. I got a hammer.
It's true. So,
Just have a
say
hand.
goodbye to the skellies.
Of course, the sooner we sick these on it, the quicker it gets to go back to the grave.
Or go back now.
I mean, so you want to take them back to the cemetery tonight?
will you dispel the magic now? I will gather their bones respectfully, bless them, and then when we go back and finish our business tomorrow, I will rebury them.
That sounds like a lot of work.
It is necessary.
Well, yes, just please, please.
All right, so
This has been a very interesting conversation. Sorry.
Oh, it's fine. Yeah, I mean, when you're tucked into an imaginary faith. I guess you got to stick with the tenets.
That's right.
and yeah, my ideals of limitless possibility and
Absolutely.
unfettered ability, you know.
Makes perfect sense.
So I roll my eyes and I say goodbye to Clicks, Clacks, and Leonard McCoy, and snap my fingers and dispel.
Sorry, Leonard. That's a great name for a skeleton.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Clicks, Clacks, and Leonard McCoy.
Especially when we learned Clack's real name.
That's his skeleton's name.
That was his name.
Yeah, the
Past
person that used to be wrapped around that skeleton.
And to be fair, just looking at rules written between Speak with Dead and Animate Dead, Speak with Dead does grant a semblance of life and intelligence. Animate Dead does imbue the target with a foul mimicry of life.
A foul. Did you read
Mimicry.
that? Did you
Mimicry.
read? Did you read the adjective there, y'all?
Mimicry. I did read that.
Perverted magics. Thank you,
I'm
DM.
dying.
They are both necromancy.
Yeah, I was gonna bring up that point. Like,
But I'm a cleric.
What school
Cannot
of magic
stress
is that
this enough.
from?
Divine
Well, I mean-
magic.
Technically, like there's a lot of things that are necromancy that you wouldn't
Oh, yeah.
expect to be.
Oh, absolutely. There's so many good necromancy spells.
Yeah, like Animate Dead.
I know.
It's awesome.
I've played like chaotic evil characters. It's fine. I understand, but
It's fine. It's just not
Quintus, not. Yeah.
I'm gonna send you text him.
fun. Okay.
And yeah,
okay.
I'll go about gathering the bones. Like, I'll ask if he has like just any like leather satchel I could tie up, or just
A
to keep them
broom.
in separate.
A broom and dustpan.
No, not quite that.
He does run a leather shop, and he is able to provide you with a nice basic leather satchel that would fit the bones of 3 human beings,
Well, yeah, I'm just
which is a
going
pretty
to-
good sized satchel.
Well, I just want like different
Oh, you want a
things.
different
I
one?
can, yeah, so I
Great
can
one.
keep them
Jeez.
separate
Okay.
and respect their bones.
So he can even find 3 for you, and he does.
Good man.
And as you gather them up respectfully into their own places, you can all find somewhere to sleep on the floor, or there's a few beds upstairs, and get a good night's sleep. So you have all had a long rest.
In the night, I am going to send to the Claret Order to Teresa Dulamar, specifically engaging with a Rakshasa in Port Zune. If you don't hear back from me, I hope you can finish the job. And I'll identify who it is.
Okay. That's the
That's the
because she's the director in Taldore. Yeah.
Yes.
You actually hear back for once,
Ooh.
and you just very quickly hear, because you told her it was in Port Zune. Please contact Trent Orman. You will find him in the Marrow Valley in the Empire. He may be able to help. And that's what you hear.
guess.
You do know from just having been trained in the Claret orders that Trent Orman founded the order. The orders. Was originally a priest of the Raven Queen who obtained blood magic by praying for protection of the southern expanse of the Dwendalian Empire from devils and undead.
Yeah, because the Raven Queen's usually pretty neutral, but he really wanted to help people.
And
That's
also,
big.
you know, undead.
Yeah.
But the Dwendalian Empire is a ways off. So.
Yeah. I will. Let me see. Hold on. I need to see what conditions you need for sending, because I know his name. I sort of know his description, but I don't know if that's enough. So I've got 1 4th level spell left. I could at least send to him, because I don't think I'm going to put this off. But having someone closer, no. So yeah, it just says a creature with which you're familiar with. Do you think like that level of familiarity is okay?
I mean, you've learned about Trents, just like I said, through your training. You could certainly try.
All right. Well, all I can do is try. So, using the last spell for the night, I will send him a message. This is Quintus of the Claret Order. I'm in Port Zune fighting a Rakshasa who is Connell. The director told me of you. And I've only got 2 words left, and I don't know what to think. So, but
Sleep tight. I don't know.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. All you hear back is thank you.
Okay.
All right. Anybody else want to do anything before you bed down for the night?
I ask Quintus, so just for future reference, how do you feel about corpse bomb?
I did not know that. What is that?
I know, exciting, right?
Wrong. Oh.
So just, if we a recently dead corpse.
You know what? You are not. It would be the equivalency of throwing a fireball on a battlefield. The corpse might be desecrated, but at least you're not controlling what was within.
And odds are it would be something that we had just killed. So
yes, I'm not trying to limit you, Chomsky, but there are certain things that if you do not hold them to a higher level, you might find yourself walking a path you cannot turn around from later.
okay, yeah, I just wanted to forewarn you. So
Okay. Yes, I
just so if you saw that happening.
Don't freak out.
All right, I'm going to go to sleep now.
Yeah, I think Chomsky is whatever the gnomish version of a humanist is. A nominist.
Nominist.
Yeah.
Nomist.
Oh, goodness.
Like, this is as high as it gets, baby.
All right. So actually bedding down for the night, you wake in the morning to find Port Zune never really went to sleep. Some of you had a little bit of a hard time. You haven't gotten quite used to the sound of hammers going at all hours of the night in most places around the city, and the smell of burning coal and it's generally a very busy place. But around 8 or 9, you're able to sleep in a little bit. You wake up and you find a nice day going on. What would you like to do?
I mean,
we can fast forward a little bit if you want.
Feels like a good day to go burn down, a garden.
Okay, so we've got that plan. Y'all need to leave like a message. So just figure out how you'll do that. And then if possible, I'd like to go to the graveyard and go ahead and put these bones back. If Chomsky can show me where they go. And while we're there, figure out like who's on the night shift in the area and maybe even pay them to like take a walk. Just so we're not just so there's not normal people who are in danger, or like if possible, something like that. Because I remember you said like there's probably some sort of gravekeeper who's stays there.
There's some people around that look after the place. All right. Notes. Oh gosh, I have too many notes. Okay. So did you want to go and try to find the gravekeeper or the night shift first?
Yeah,
Okay.
might as well.
So
I'll just ask the people who are working during the day, like who usually watches at night.
yeah. So making your way up there, you find a. Oh, excuse me. You find a halfling at the front gate of the cemetery. He introduces himself as Eduardo. Yes, and says, you said you're looking for the Night Watch.
Yes.
That's gonna be Matthew. He's a nice guy. Yeah, he puts his arm up as tall as he can get. Yay tall. He's half elf, I think. I don't know. He seemed to have a hard night last night. Something about skeletons. I don't know. I think he was drinking. But in any case, he's the one you're looking for. He usually comes on about a little after sundown. Yeah, relieves us here, and then he watches the place at night.
All right. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah.
And, then I guess we'll go bury the bones back. And then I guess I'll just be content to wait until this Matthew shows up and offer him a chunk of gold to not be on watch tonight, which I feel like he'll be okay with.
Yeah, after last night.
All right. Anybody else want to do anything else during the day here in Port Zone?
What's the return policy on these cloaks?
Yeah, you have cloaks now.
Yeah.
You have 3, human-sized cloaks now.
Cool.
That's glorious. So, yeah, we're gonna need to figure out the message and all that lovely stuff.
All right. Yeah, what do you want the message to be?
I have no idea.
Okay.
We know what you are. Meet us in the graveyard.
We know
What
what you are.
Meet us in the graveyard.
How about we
Tonight.
know what you are, we know what you've done. We'll be waiting at the resting place of your last victim.
There we go.
And Shay, does your family have any kind of crest or identifying
Alright.
mark that we can sign it with, so to sort of denote who this is, so that he knows it's the family that he's got beef with?
I mean, yeah.
Do it.
Yep.
All right.
Shay, I have a question.
Yes.
How are we going, after we send the message, if you and I are not in the graveyard and he morphs over in the graveyard and Quintus and Chomsky are the only two there, they're going to get slaughtered. How are we going to get to the graveyard before he does?
I mean,
My dad will be there.
we could probably hold our own for a little while.
Yeah, and
we would just be like,
Crom and Sirtis are with us. And
yeah.
That's true.
So is the Tell.
We are the only ones who will be coming late.
Well, and
Yeah.
that's if he fucking bamps over to the graveyard for some reason. I think you guys will be able to get a little bit ahead of him. They're gonna have a fire to deal with.
Yeah. So it should be okay. It'll be okay.
All
We
right.
can do this.
You can do this. You got
We
this.
can do this. Stay positive. Superior.
All right. So, that's going to be the division of labor, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants? Anybody else want to do anything else during the day, though? While you're in town, anything to get ready, anything to get?
is there anything? Yeah, anything we could prepare at the cemetery? I mean, I know we don't have access to like magic traps that would be strong enough to do anything to it, but I don't know what kind of ambush we could set up.
Well, I can, yes, as for ambushes, I'm uncertain. I am going to go ahead and I think I can, at a certain point, like when half the day is, well, when nights come full blown around, I'm going to cast a death ward on Crom.
Okay.
So the timeline is a little all over the place right now, but I've got a lot of buffs to cast before we start.
There's not much I can do in this fight, so I believe you're going to try to do silence, correct?
Correct.
All right. I plan on using my staff to do Layman's tiny hut
Ooh,
to hide in, but also for people to, kind of use as shelter and like, what do you call it? Cover. And then I'm going to use my owl for to help the combatants. And that's what I plan on doing for myself. But I mean, if you guys have plans to work around that, I'll just let you know that's my plan right now.
Sounds good. I think it'll still be able to walk into the hut.
It won't be.
It
You can
won't.
choose who can walk. You can choose who can walk into the hut.
Yeah, but it can choose not to be affected by the magic.
That's a good question. Let's see.
Yeah, because it's not a physical manifestation, I feel like it could just walk through it.
Well, as far as ambushes go, I have rope trick, which we could hide inside of and pull the rope into, and the space becomes invisible from the outside.
I'm pretty stocky, so I can take some hits regardless. So I will at least be out as a potential target, I suppose.
Okay. With the rope trick addition, I'll use a regular ritual spell to create one, so that we can hide in the thing and then make it look like we're in that, and we'll see if it can get in there.
Well,
And we'll be in the rope trick.
Well,
with Leomund's tiny hut, doesn't the caster have to stay
yeah,
inside
I have to
of
stay
it?
in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, now stay inside.
Oh, that's okay. I got that covered because
You just
melt
go
it
into the
down.
ground.
That's true.
I mean, technically it's a radius, so there's a radius underground, right?
I mean, I would assume. I don't know.
So you could be in the ground and in the hut at the same time? Hmm.
It's a dome. It doesn't say a sphere.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. It does say dome. It's just funny to think about.
Interesting.
Magical shenanigans.
Magical shenanigans. Let me see.
Why'd you have to make us fight a
Yeah,
rock
'cause
shot
even
with
if-
him?
Even if the Rakshasa, because you guys destroy everything else thrown at you, so I'm going to make this hard. No, that's not the reason. I had this planned already.
Hmm.
I mean, no magical effects will be able to enter as well. So
Yeah, it's
like spells can't penetrate the dome, even if they can.
Yeah.
The spells won't be able to.
What about other supplies from town? I don't know if there's like any healing potions that we could find, or I don't know what could help in this fight.
Yeah, I don't know. Who has? I know there's a few healing potions in the group. I'm not sure who has them.
Yeah, I gave them out to people, if I'm remembering right. Or no, I've got one potion of healing, but I'm pretty sure I bought like 3 and then gave them. I can't. Oh wait, how many do I have?
I just feel like if we're relying on just a couple of party members to be like doing all the fighting, we gotta really make sure they're.
Yeah, I got 2 potions of healing, so I can give one to Chomp if you want one.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just a normal potion of healing, and I've got another one. I could give that to anyone else because I can just heal people.
So who can hurt this thing?
I can.
Yeah, our melee folks
So Shay, Crom,
and Roland.
Roland, yeah.
What buffs does Salai have? Because I completely forgot about him. Because if I'm going to be concentrating on silence, I can't cast haste.
I believe. Let me look up his stuff real quick. I know he has, of course, inspiration.
Of course.
My campaigns. And Sly.
Might I suggest that maybe now Crom, we know what Crom does, but the rest of you might want to practice like hit and run techniques and stuff like that. Don't be all up in its face.
That's true. Let's see. Salai has Bane, as well as Healing Word. And Bane's not gonna help. But, let me see. Enhance ability.
I mean, enhance ability. Well, no, Crom already gets advantage on athletics checks if they're trying to restrain them in the bubble.
Let's see here. As well as things like Dimension Door and Greater Invisibility.
Greater invisibility on Crom would be kind of wild.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be, yeah. Because that lasts, gosh, up to 1 minute, yeah.
So when it pops off, greater invisibility, Crom, throw down some silence, and you're grappling with invisible Goliath.
Barbarian.
Yeah, it gets advantage on everything because it's invisible.
And we from the outside won't know what's going on.
It'd be
You'll just hear, but yeah, because you won't hear anything.
Yeah, we won't hear anything or see much, and
I mean, we'll see
gosh.
it.
yeah. Is he winning? I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
Goodness. But yeah, because I want
I mean, this is a plan.
I want a death ward and freedom of movement Crom. Just if it have magic, like restraining Crom would be the bad, like the worst. So freedom.
Yeah.
And Death Ward is not concentration, right? Yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
That one's 8 hours, so I can cast that one really early. But freedom of movement is 1 hour.
What does freedom of movement do?
They cannot be restrained, paralyzed by physical or magical effects.
All right. Let me see.
I was trying to think of a way to strategically use grease also. Since that would be a physical effect that could affect it.
Well, yeah, the target is unaffected by difficult terrain. Is that what grease does? I don't know.
Yeah, it says that it turns it into difficult terrain.
So maybe we just grease, silence, freedom of movement, is greater invisibility.
This is gonna be nuts.
And
Yeah.
none of it's gonna work. We're just gonna have to fly by the seat of our pants because it's gonna come with like 100 people.
In my head, it looks like an old slapstick silent movie.
Oh hell yeah!
Like he's like slipping on the grease and
Looks like he's fighting a ghost.
yeah.
It's true. I mean, the grease, puts grease on the ground. It doesn't actually do something directly to the. There's no target, so therefore, it would work. Yeah.
This is some wild magical theory we've got going, but
But if we put grease on the ground, wouldn't crumbs slip too?
not if they've got freedom of movement.
Okay.
Yeah, freedom of movement would cancel it out.
Though I would not be able to cast that on Shay or Roland.
No.
Oh yeah.
Like, I could, instead of Death Warding Crom, I could cast it on one of them. So we'd have 2 people with freedom of movement, which might be more useful.
If you need to free up, I can do silence.
Ooh, that's nice, because then I could haste someone.
Just let me know.
Yeah. I think having more than one silence on the field is never a bad thing.
Oh yeah.
Like even holding your turn to cast silence to where they move. Like if they look like they're about to cast a spell, I'm going to cast silence on them. Something like that.
All right. So, is there a plan then?
I think
Yeah.
we've got ideas. We'll do as all D&D things do, and come up with something that actually works when it happens.
Mm-hmm.
So did I pay off? What's his name? Matthew.
Later in the day, as the sun goes down, you are able to find Matthew as he comes on duty, a kind of average-looking half-elf who, has some coffee in his hand as he's walking up and says, "Oh, yes, sure. Last night was a bad night anyway, so yes, that's fine with me.
Oh really? What happened?
Just don't ask. Just I need to find a new line of work."
Oh, here, go relax, friend, and I'll give him 10 gold.
Oh, Well, thank you.
Of course.
Sure. All right.
He doesn't give us any like weird looks, like, "Oh, you're one of these."
No, he
people."
definitely do some weird
Okay.
looks.
Yeah,
But
I
you
knew that
didn't-
was coming.
You weren't trying to deceive him or anything, and honestly, he didn't really want to be here tonight anyway.
Good man. All right. Yeah.
All right.
Now we just wait for our sneaky people to light some fires.
All right, sneaky people. Shay and Roland, right?
Mm-hmm.
How
Yeah.
are we lighting this garden on fire?
Oh, that's a good question.
Well, Shay, we don't have to get, as long as I can shoot up and over with one of my flaming arrows. We don't have to be right on the wall.
They have to find the note.
Yeah, they do have to find the note.
Where are you
Yeah.
putting
Put it in their mailbox.
They might not find it till morning. Just like
Yeah, that might not.
stab it into the wall away from
Well,
the
like-
plants.
Like, put the flag up or something.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You do remember that there was a nice central fountain in there.
Yeah, totally gonna put it on that.
That
Mhm.
did have some parts that didn't have flowing water. Like you might be able to set it on part of the fountain, and it would be
Just
mostly
weight,
safe.
weight it with a rock, set it there.
Yeah. So, time to sneak on in.
Okay.
Go for it.
All right. So you know exactly where Thorfield Keep is. This impressive, almost castle of a building on the north edge of town. Coming up to it, you see the creek, small creek that runs in front of it, and the grounds around it. It being evening now, the crickets are chirping a little bit. You see several guards posted outside, just like you had seen before. You want to sneak in?
Hell yeah.
How are we
Okay.
sneaking in? You gonna go right through the front?
I'm gonna use shadows, so.
Well, see, I have a little problem there.
Yeah.
You can't teleport.
Hold it,
to
I can
shadows.
can I misty step far enough to get past them?
Oh, 30
Misty
feet.
step is 30 feet, I believe, right?
Yeah.
So the walls are probably not 30 feet high, so.
So you have to be able to see where you're gonna misty step.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean you could see the edge of the wall standing below if you needed to. And the outside walls of this thing, like I said, it looks like a castle, but it's not meant to be actually defensible necessarily. So they're not 30 feet high. They're maybe 15 feet high.
Okay. I'll misty step into the back garden that we're gonna catch on fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll split from Shay and go around, and then we can meet up.
Yeah.
All
That sounds
right.
like a plan.
So as you're going to have to misty step to the top of the wall before you get into the garden, could you make a stealth check real quick just to see how sneaky you are on the top of the wall?
23?
All right. So as you kind of, just a puff of smoke just appear at the top of the wall, looking down, kind of crouched down, you see the garden laid out in front of you near the back of this estate. The actual keep now rising over to your right. Looking down, it's unlit in this garden. You can hear the sound of a little bit of running water, but that's about it.
Okay. Shay, where are you?
I'm a coming. So I guess I'm just gonna shadow step my entire way there.
Yeah, you could probably do that because you can just do that at will, right?
Yep.
Or every
Yes,
6 seconds, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Kind of ridiculous. I agree.
it is actually. So I can teleport up to 60 feet.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're able to get in easy enough. And Roland, as you kind of leap down from the wall, make athletics check real quick.
Okay. Oh, I probably fell. Damn.
What'd you
7.
get? 7.
7.
Yeah, as you get to the bottom, your ankle.
Can I try to
twists
catch her? Catch them.
Okay. Make a dexterity check real quick.
Yes.
Well, don't yes just yet.
I'm gonna yes. Let me check. Okay. So. Oh no.
Oh no. Okay.
So 14.
14. I mean, you're able to get below him, and you do. Yeah, I mean, with that, you're able to kind of just enough, kind of like you were spotting him like bouldering or something, and you're able to kind of redirect his fall, and he doesn't take any damage.
Thank you, Shay.
You're welcome.
All
So have
right,
you left your note?
Yes, I have.
Well,
So you shadow stepped over and left the note then. Yes.
I put a rock on top of it.
Okay.
Gotta make sure it doesn't go anywhere.
I don't know about you, but I think this garden would look much better on fire.
I agree. I think
Let me get my arrow.
Let's do this.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So do you?
So, how are we doing this?
How are we?
Why don't we? I mean, you could stay up there.
Yeah. Actually, it would
Stay
be
up
easier.
there. Yeah.
Be easier for me to be on the wall.
So I'm just gonna like push you, get like spot you back up, I guess.
Okay. And are you gonna get up
And
there
I'm
with
gonna
me?
shadow step up top with you.
Cool. All right. I'm gonna pull out my blazing longbow.
Okay.
And what do I roll? A d20?
First, roll a quick perception check.
I'm
To
sorry. What
see
did
if-
you say?
Roll a quick perception check, just to see if you see something that'll burn pretty easily.
I got a 7.
A 7.
Can-
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Can I assist on that?
you can both be looking. So yeah, go ahead and roll your own,
Oh.
or you can roll at advantage. It's up to you.
I think we're gonna want to take my roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
So perception 21.
21. Okay.
Yep.
You do see along the backside that looks like there was some kind of fruit tree that had been growing that has died and hasn't been taken out yet. But it looks pretty burnable. And
I'm gonna point. Shoot that.
Okay.
all right. Roland, make an attack roll against the tree.
Ah, crap.
Oh,
I mean, is
Let's
You're blazing
see.
Yeah.
It's a 9.
Well, this is a tree.
Thank God.
It is standing still.
It is standing still.
Weird. No, it jumps to the side.
It has very low dexterity, and it's made of wood. So as it hits it, like, you almost missed, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But it manages to lodge in one of the outer branches, and as it does, this flaming arrow starts to burn on the branch and slowly starts to spread along the branch. And as you watch
Good.
some little embers fall off into some dry grass and little smoldering embers and smoke start to come up, and you see it like it starts to take off. And this is the middle of winter here, and so it's fairly, it's a lot drier or less lush than it would otherwise be. So it starts to burn.
Just whoosh.
Shay, I think we should get out.
Yeah, let's go.
All right,
And away we go.
back to the cemetery.
Yep.
All right.
So is
Gosh, I have to-
Shay's dad at the cemetery with us?
Yes.
Yeah, he would be. Attell is there with you.
Should we just make it so he would only see Attell and Shay when he arrives?
Yeah.
So we should find places to hide.
Yeah.
We could rope trick it.
Fair.
I mean, that's a good place to hide.
It is a good place to hide. Can we see out of it?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, if we can still observe where they're positioned.
Yeah, we can see out of it as if through a 3-foot by 5-foot window. But attacks and spells can't cross through the entrance in or out. And we can pull the rope up inside of it, making the entrance invisible.
I am gonna do the tiny hut and hide in the rock.
Of course, of course.
Okay.
Well, I feel like I don't know if I want to go inside the rope trick, just because I'm afraid it might pop off and we're gonna have to scramble out. So if I can take the time to just stealth somewhere, I am not that good at stealth, but
Okay. Yeah, roll. I mean, anybody. Well, let's see. Okay, anybody who's not in the dome or the rope trick.
Well, I mean, if we
not
don't-
standing in the open.
If we don't need rope trick, then I mean, if there's other places to hide, I guess I'll just go jump behind a headstone or something.
I mean,
There's
we're
headstones. There's trees.
we're
there's-
meeting at a mausoleum
Yeah, there's a large mausoleum.
with a closable gate.
Mm.
Like I could just duck in there.
Yeah.
This is true. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to be behind a tree near the mausoleum.
All right. So anybody who's not going to be visible. So you said you were going to have Shay and Attell be visible and nobody else?
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody else roll a stealth check. Although if you're in the dome, I'm not sure.
14.
Okay.
It's gonna be an 8 over here. I'm in the mausoleum.
Okay.
Super well hidden.
Oh, yeah. You are
Very
the
well.
best.
Just
At
peeking
hiding.
out. Like my beard is kind of like caught in the gate a little bit. Like just
I rolled an 11.
An 11. And Sly rolls a 13. What about Crom? Do you have Crom stats up?
I got him right here.
If you want me to roll, I will, but I'm not sure.
Crom got a 18.
All right, 18. Okay. Cirithus, this is a tough one because you're inside the dome, which is opaque from the outside, so.
And inside
But
the
it's
rock.
also. And
If
inside.
there's,
I mean, they
if
wouldn't be
that's-
able to see you anyway. But I mean, they might see the dome.
yeah, they just
oh
see
yeah,
a
the
fucking
dome. I would
perfect sphere.
I would know. Yeah.
Just this sphere, or half a sphere. All right. And then we wait.
Yeah.
Who's keeping an eye out?
I'll peek around.
I'll
but,
definitely be in my owl.
All right, so
And where is Attell?
Attell and I should probably just be like relatively central.
Yeah.
yeah, kind of standing in the open,
Yeah.
bait, as it were.
like just
Yeah.
near the mausoleum.
Yeah, I guess I'll be in the mausoleum.
Yeah, me and Chomper in there just.
Yeah.
We're really good at hiding. It's because we're. See, one of the advantages of being smaller, I don't understand why all these races enjoy their height.
That's what I keep telling people.
Like you can get the world is way there's it's much more interactive at our sizes.
There are so many tiny places.
God bless them.
So who's keeping an eye out? Cirthus, you want to roll for your bird? For Casilda?
That is the word.
And Quintus, if you would roll and looking out.
Sure.
14
14.
check. 14, all right.
22.
22. All right. You wait for a good hour here without ever seeing anything going on. The occasional stirring of some birds flying through at night. Some frogs start up and die down at one point. As it's, even though it's winter, it's not too cold here. But a little more than an hour ago, after you kind of settled in, you see a tall figure walking out of the darkness along the cemetery path. They're in this long, looks like maybe silk green robe. Trimmed in silver kind of thread. Looks a little bit similar to Crom in some ways. Tall, gray-skinned, not necessarily hugely muscled or anything like that, but very strong-looking, square jaw, hands kind of folded in front of them, clasped together as they walk towards you. And you hear them say, "Etel, I see you there. Well met, old friend." Etel just kind of is frowning intensely and doesn't say anything. And you, who are you?
I'm just not gonna say anything.
Really? This is your
Okay.
mom's killer.
I know, and I'm freaking out. And then take a breath and go. I am his daughter.
I should have known. Well, you've taken my garden from me.
Good riddance.
I suppose this is some type of poorly planned and not very well thought out ambush of some type.
Exactly.
Just
I take it from your silence that I'm right. Okay. Well, I wanted to be able to torture you for at least several more years, but I see I have to enact the end of my vengeance now. And as he says this, his form starts to shift a little bit. Gets slightly shorter, but as you watch his limbs kind of turn around backward, like his palms are suddenly facing out, thumbs down when they had been in, thumbs up.
that's so wrong.
Claws on the end of them, and as this happens, the clothes mostly stay the same, but get almost more rich, if that's possible. And his face turns kind of furry and feline and almost looks like a Bengal tiger.
I wish I had vicious mockery.
It probably wouldn't work.
I know, but I'd really want to use it. Like, damn, you're an ugly baby.
And as this happens, could everybody roll for initiative? And I'm gonna do something real quick. So I'll be like right back, like 1 minute. Remember your numbers.
Gotcha.
Well, I just rolled terribly.
Well, Shay, I got out a different dice set and I still rolled terribly. And it was doing good rolls while I was practicing.
God, see, that's how it always goes.
I did good
I
for
know.
me.
My initiative's like 11.
Mine is 6, so hey.
But solid 15.
Well, maybe if we're lucky, the Rakshasa will roll a 1.
Are we lucky though?
No.
No.
Have we ever been lucky?
Yeah, occasionally.
It like came. I guess that's lucky. Oh
It
boy.
came without guards.
Well, we don't know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I'll just get out there, try and throw some spells at some allies, and hopefully not die.
Yep.
All right,
just
this is
waiting.
not really weird. I can't get my microphone to cut off suddenly. So I'm going to start baby talking, y'all. In other words, my dog is climbing in my lap
Oh,
and wants a treat.
Oh.
She is so stinking cute. It's just amazing. Okay, Bella, hang on.
See,
Oh,
I'm
it's a
around-
birdie. It's a bird. There you go. Okay, she's gone.
Oh, you're fine. I'm just surrounded by asshole cats. I can't do cute baby talk to them.
but yeah, I was really hoping that you would have disguised them so I wouldn't have noticed until, it was mid-combat where I couldn't argue about it. Because yeah,
That
more bodies would have been very helpful.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But that zero disguise was amazing.
Mhm.
You know, it's also really nice. While we've been playing, my neighbors have brought me Easter dinner.
Oh,
Isn't that sweet of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the refrigerator because I didn't want to try doing that much, but
That's really nice.
I know,
mean-
my neighbors are the sweetest.
You know,
We have asshole neighbors who play their trap music.
Oh, well, the neighbors across the street from me have been having parties every night with strobe lights, and I'm not kidding. Strobe
Jesus.
lights, shots, and loud music, and I'm like, you fools are just too dumb to get the COVID-19.
See, I'm just like sitting here, just hanging out, playing, doing my gig, and then all of a sudden I just start hearing like trap music from below me.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, okay, well, I guess they're, having themselves a nice fun time. I walk into my bathroom and I'm like, wow, they're smoking cigarettes and other things inside. This is awesome.
Yeah.
My room is perfumed now.
That's nice.
I mean,
I just thought when the across the street people managed to pull out strobe lights, I was kind of impressed.
That's a little
enough about the quarantine. Let's talk about the map that you somehow just threw together that looks really good. Or you somehow predicted cemetery, which...
No, I just had a bunch of stuff ready here, and we're just going.
I mean,
I had a
I'm
lot. I had a
really
lot of
impressed.
yeah, no.
I had a lot of stuff made for today, and this is, you wouldn't believe the other map that's below this one.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, no.
So, yeah.
I don't like how that sounded.
It's fine.
Well, probably next time, don't worry. I mean, you haven't even gotten out of the city yet. Okay, let me see here. Okay, so let me bring up some stuff here. What did everybody get for their? Oh my!
11.
Okay.
Shall we just type it in the thing?
Yeah,
do you do that?
It's easy enough if you just tell me. Who had anything 20 through 25?
Chomp got a 22.
Dang.
Oh,
Yeah,
Nice.
natural 20.
Dang.
nice.
And I rolled for Crom also.
Yeah,
She
what
gets
from?
advantage on those rolls.
Yeah,
That's good advantage, yeah.
she got a 18.
Nice.
18.
Bless you, James. How did all 3 cats end up in here?
They're social.
It's because my door is closed.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Thinking.
The door in here is also kind of closed.
Okay, anybody, let's see, 20, or 15 through 20.
15 for Quintus.
15 for Quintus. Anybody else? Anybody, 10 through 15?
11 for Shay.
Shay. Gotta roll for just a second. There's too many people. Okay, let's see. Oh, wow. I didn't know Sly had such good initiative. Okay.
Get it.
And, Roland, what do you got?
A 6.
6.
Yeah.
Chomp, Crom, Quintus, Shay.
2.
Answer. This guy's a 2. Yeah. Well, I gotta roll for Intel real quick, too. Give me a sec.
Fuck 'em up, Patel.
That's okay. Okay. So, buttons. Let me see. As he shifts form and starts towards you, or towards your friends anyway, Chomp, you have top of the order, and Crom is on deck.
All right. I guess I will start out with. I'm gonna enlarge Crom.
Okay.
So yeah, say, all right, Crom, go get it.
Okay. As
Do
y'all
your
watch,
thing.
Crom grows to an enormous size, and yeah, you've seen, some of you have seen this before, at least I think, giant Crom, which is always fun. And I don't have a giant Crom. I really need to paint one of those up, but do something here. You know what? I'm just going to use this Earth Elemental. So now, as you all watch, Crom, hiding behind a large tombstone over here, suddenly grows much larger than the tombstone.
Yeah.
You just see her kind of crouching behind, just barely like head down below it. All right, and then now it's Crom's turn. What is Crom gonna do? She's
All
kind
right.
of behind the Rakshasa.
Sickle.
So let's see. I guess she would start out by going into a rage
All right.
as her bonus action. And
Run up and attack.
yeah, I'm trying to look at all of her stuff here. Yeah, I guess run up and attack with what weapons does she have?
Just so you know that because I'm inside the thing, I can't do silence at this moment.
Yeah, you'll have to come out.
That's true. You would have to come out, yeah. And that is you kind of up at the top side of I'm seeing this right anyway. What do y'all see?
Yeah, you got nice camera angles, so I see everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, from the overhead camera angle, what side do you see this on?
Left.
Yeah.
Left side?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
and
I'm
towards
watching.
The top or bottom?
Watching Twitch.
Yeah, this is on the Google Hangouts. I see it on the bottom left.
Yeah.
Okay.
Weird.
Okay, Bella, honey, you got to get out of my lap.
Okay. So
Oh, get down. Get down.
So yeah, and I guess she will attack with Vindicator.
Reckless. Do it.
Do it.
it's up to you.
You get advantage.
Yeah, reckless attack. You make your first attack. You said attack recklessly. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 19 and a 15. So that would be 27 to hit.
That should hit.
I hope that hits.
If that
It does
didn't
hit.
hit,
It hits. It hits.
And
I'm not that evil, gosh.
So she's got +2 to the damage with the rage. And she will do
How much damage we got?
8. So it was 8. 15.
15. All right. That's slashing damage, I think.
That is slashing.
All right. Let me put that in. As you all watch, Giant Crom comes up behind and slashes across with her even more giant sword now, taking the Rakshasa by surprise.
And then I guess
Alright. That was the
a
first
second
one.
attack.
Yeah, go for it.
And reckless attack is just the first attack, isn't it?
That's just the first
On the
attack,
first
yeah.
one? Yeah. Oh, that is a natural 1.
No, reckless attack is for all attacks that turn.
Is it?
Yes, we've had this conversation at the table twice now.
Gosh. I'm sorry.
I'm telling you, you can remember whenever Grog does it in Critical Role, it's all the attacks because every
Okay,
enemy.
yeah.
Yeah.
You have to make the decision to do it on your first attack.
Yes. Or,
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Cool. A little better. That's a 16 to hit.
16 to hit. That does not hit. So the second one, Crom, not used to being this large. Just kind
Oh,
of
wait,
hit the dirt beside him.
I forgot the enlarge would give her an extra D4 of damage, I think.
yes.
I did not roll that earlier. Well, so that's one.
Plus another one.
Yeah,
Okay, so
plus another one.
19. Okay. Okay. Cool. And that's Crom's turn.
Yes.
Chomp, you're still over there. Okay, it's now the Rakshasa's turn.
Mm,
I was hoping I'd go before it.
This is
Not
gonna
quite. You
suck.
are next. You
Yeah.
are next. So Rakshasa. Ooh, I have so many things I can do.
Evil thing.
So many evil things.
Give
Okay,
up and go home.
No, I don't think that was it.
damn it.
That'd be so evil.
He has a stroke? What? That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Brain aneurysm. Just happens.
Yeah, just what a weird coinky dink.
Okay.
Blood magic.
The Rakshasa then. There it is. That's what I'm gonna do. Sorry, I just got to look this up real quick. Oh, come on. My interrupter slow. There we go. As you watch, the Rakshasa seems to pull something from beneath its robes, kind of whisper to itself, smiles at you, and they vanish.
So with Crom's Mage Slayer feat, it says when a creature within 5 feet of you casts a spell, you can use your reaction to make a melee weapon attack. Would that count in this situation?
It would.
Yes.
So Crom would make a melee weapon attack at disadvantage because he's invisible.
Okay.
Does it happen before or after?
Yeah, I think it's pretty much Doran.
So that was a 13 with disadvantage.
13 with disadvantage. Yeah. So as Crom comes down and he disappears for that second, it throws her off, and you don't see the blade hit anything but the ground. Okay. Okay. Who's up? Quintus, you are up next.
Oh boy, so he's just invisible, huh?
That is right.
Spells. Alright, well, doesn't change much of what I'll do. I'm going to run over to Shay if I can get there.
What's your speed? You should.
25.
25. I think you can almost get there, yeah. Let me see something. Yeah.
Cool. And I'll cast Freedom of Movement on Shay.
All right. Shay, you now have freedom of movement. And is that your turn?
Yep.
All right. Shay, it's now your turn.
Oh my. I don't know where this motherfucker is. I'm gonna hold an
You
action.
do not.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold a stunning strike.
Well, you
I wish I
hit and
could. But...
you
yeah.
hit and then you decide if you stunning strike.
Okay, well I'm holding that.
So you hold an attack action
Yep.
All right.
in case anything comes within 5 feet of you.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, cool. It is now Etel's turn. And he... Oh my gosh.
Earn your name, Etel.
Let's see what he does. Did I give him that? I don't remember all what I gave him. He has a lot of things he can do.
Mhm.
Yes, exactly. And as... Okay. As he sees this happen and he sees you get ready, he looks at you and smiles and he says, "Good idea." He touches you on the arm and you both disappear.
Oh.
Like me and Shay? Or no, him and Shay.
No, the both of you. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
we're invisible.
The both of you are invisible.
Not mad at that.
Interesting.
Okay. Next up is
This is gonna be some kind of weird invisible battle.
this is going to be a little odd. Next up is Salai, who is not here as well. What did we say he was going to do? Oh, he has greater invisibility. That's right.
He was gonna see if he could greater invisibility crawl.
That's right. So, but he's got to get up to her.
Yeah.
He's able to get up to about there. Yes. But let me see if there's anything else he can do in the meantime. And he casts Blade Ward on himself. Yes. Okay. So next up, Roland, and then Service.
I'm totally confused as to what's going on here, so I'm just going to hold my attack action.
Okay, until you see him again.
So I'll see somebody. Yeah.
Okay. That will work. Oh gosh. Okay. Let me see here. And then Sirthus, you're up.
All right, I'm going to attempt to use detect thoughts in this manner. You can use the spell to detect presence of thinking creatures you can't see. When you cast a
Okay.
spell, as your action during the duration, you can search for thoughts within 30 feet of you. The spell can penetrate barriers, 2 feet of rock, 2 inches of any metal. You can't detect a creature with an intelligence of 3 or lower and doesn't speak a language. But I'm just trying to see if it's like 30 feet, if it's still around us.
It won't be affected.
Yeah, I don't know if it would or not because I'm detecting thoughts.
I mean, that's affecting its person, so.
Okay. Yeah, it's something I had to do.
Try.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let me. Gosh, there are so many. Nope. Okay, there it is. Just gonna, because of this, we gotta look at the wording of the thing real closely. Also, the detect presence thinking can cast a spell or search for thoughts. Okay. So, reaching out with your mind, you scan the area. You can detect that there's thoughts coming from the other party members and people that are within range of you, but you don't detect any other thoughts within 30 feet.
Gotcha.
All right. And then Chomp, you're up again.
Well, let's see.
And alone.
Yeah, everyone around me is just turning invisible.
Yeah, 3 people have turned invisible so far.
Do I hear 4? Have a fun.
Fourth. Anybody?
Let's just silence the entire area and everyone's invisible.
It's like, this is the most boring thing ever. All right.
What's happening?
Well, yeah, like what can I do? Let's see. I'm still kind of like in the mausoleum, right?
Yes, you are.
I'm going to walk out of the mausoleum just so I can see, or let's see. Basically, walk out to where I can see the area.
Okay.
'Cause I feel like I'm just like inside right now. So I'm gonna walk outside and I guess I'm gonna rope trick myself into a pocket dimension.
Okay. Seems safe.
Yeah, I figure that's the best I got right now.
All right.
So I throw some rope on the ground and touch it, and it rises up into the air and disappears into a invisible entrance. And I'm gonna go up the rope.
All right. Cool. Yeah. Okay. Then it's Crom's turn. What is Crom just going to take her 2 attacks? I mean, at where she thinks it might be, or hold an action.
Yeah, I mean, she swung in front of her wrist. So at this point, I think she would. Yeah, I guess hold her attack action. Until she sees
Okay.
something, or, you know.
Okay. Cool. And then it's the Rakshasa's turn. So Rakshasa. Gosh, what do they? You know what they do. I know what they do. Okay. Roland, could you please make a wisdom saving throw?
Okay, and can I use uncanny dodge?
Nope.
Nope. Oh dear.
Nope, just a wisdom saving throw.
Natural 1.
All right. So, as all of you are looking around trying to figure out where the Rakshasa went, you see this movement off to the side where you know Roland is hiding as he's standing up, also looking around. And looking over, you see the Rakshasa suddenly behind him whispering into his ear. And as he does, Roland gets this kind of look on his face. Roland, you are told that the rest of your party are now your enemies.
Hmm. Oh, hold it. Hang on 1 second here. Let me find it.
And that you need to attack them.
I can't be charmed by magic.
Oh, that's right. You are.
So can I turn around and take an opportunity attack at him?
You were holding an attack.
You were holding an attack, so yes.
Okay. Instead of my longbow, can I use my rapier?
You can, yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
Okay. That would be 17.
What was that to hit?
17.
17 does not hit, as he's real close to you and he's just whispering in your ear suddenly and you kind of jerk around.
Yeah.
You don't quite hit him.
Motherfucker.
But he does seem kind of taken aback that you were not charmed. Okay. Who's up next? Quintus, you're up.
Is he still invisible?
No, he's visible now. You can all see him.
Okay.
It was not greater invisibility.
Alright.
You say I was up? Surthus?
No, Quintus.
Quintus. Okay.
Alright. Yeah. Let's
Shay, you're up next.
Okay.
So he's visible, and
We are not.
Yeah, we are not, but that doesn't super matter to me. Where is he on the map? Sorry, I can't.
He has appeared.
Okay, yeah, I didn't see.
Yeah, it's kind
Oh,
of.
cool. He's near Crom. All right.
Pretty
Can
near Crom, just like about 10 feet. Yeah, 15 feet.
then I am going to silence at his feet.
Okay. What's the radius of that?
20-foot radius. Oh, hold on a second. Let me make sure. Yes, 20-foot radius sphere connected at the point you choose within range.
Okay. That's silence. Okay. So Roland, as this happens and you kind of have twisted around, suddenly it seems like a door closed and you suddenly can't hear anything around you, and nothing you do seems to make any sound. The Rakshasa also gets this kind of weird look on its face and starts looking around in every direction, trying to figure out what's happening.
And
Yes.
yeah, I'll just I'll yell at Shay and Crom. Get him. Make sure he doesn't move out. And I'll stay where I am. Like, I'm visible now, I
Yes.
would guess, but I'll actually take a couple steps back. Maybe settle in next to Chomp. Just like he saw me cast silence and then sick him.
He said, Get him.
Get him. You give good.
Yeah, you want to come up in my my treehouse?
I don't think I have the movement for that, but I'm really considering it.
Yeah, because he's just kind of peeking out.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
a
just
hole.
I just see you up like, oh, okay.
There's a hole in reality. Yeah. He's pretty great.
All right, yeah, that's me.
I'm gonna go run up and hit him.
Stun him
Yeah, I'm gonna do some stun and strike.
and flank if you can. I don't know how much movement you have.
Let me double check actually. I've got 45. So if I can
Good enough.
flank, I'm gonna flank.
You can totally flank with Roland.
Y'all!
And you are.
Good. Okay, so. You know, I don't know if I'm gonna beat that. Yep. I rolled a 27.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah.
I gotta ask, do your unarmed strikes count, or any of your strikes count as magic weapons?
No.
No, monks.
Okay.
Monks get magic fists at what level? It's either 6 or 8. And I mean, we're like. Frick, what was it? I know they get magic fist at some point, but I can't remember.
I mean, I'm looking to see if I have magic fist, and I don't.
When the hell was it?
I don't know.
Key empowered. No, key empowered strikes at level 6. Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Yeah. Starting at 6th level, your unarmed strikes count as magical for the purpose of overcoming resistance and immunity.
I mean, that makes
Monks.
sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they can punch ghosts.
Oh.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Ghost puncher.
Ghost puncher. Let me see here. Make sure, because it should be under. There we go. Features and traits. Class features. Key. Yep. Okay, good. Okay, so you hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. Okay, I need 1d6. Okay. Seven for my first attack,
Okay.
and
And
then
you said stunning strike.
I am definitely gonna stunning strike.
Okay, what's the DC on that?
Uh-huh. Alright, DC of 14. Con.
Con 14. All right. Let's see. Ooh. Yeah, that's an 8.
Yes!
All right, he is stunned.
Fuck him up.
Yes, and I also get another attack.
That's right. Go ahead and roll.
You get two attacks with your attack action, and then you get a free bonus action attack.
So that's a nat 20.
You rolled a nat 20.
I rolled a nat 20.
Are those at advantage also because they're stunned?
I mean, he's already flanked, so it's advantage.
Oh.
for
He's
this.
already flanked.
Yeah, I rolled a nat 20. So I rolled the other one and it came up as a 3 and I'm like, oh, nat 20. So
Oh,
thank God. So I need to roll a d6 and what else?
Twice.
Yeah, roll a d6
6
twice.
and a 2.
And then add your dex.
13. That's a 13 to hit.
I mean, 13 damage.
13 damage.
You mean?
Yeah. You know what I mean.
That's why I'm correcting.
There's damage. It happened.
13 damage.
And now your bonus action pop.
Yeah, now the bonus action. Woohoo! And that is an 18.
18. That also hits.
Okay. So that is a 2. 7 to damage.
7 to damage. Okay.
I think I may have done a lot of damage. At least just a smidge.
20. I gotta do math real quick. Give me a
I
second.
know. You're good.
I hate it.
I'm not a math person.
7, and what was the other one? 6.
Okay. So as Shay runs, well, you don't all see Shay run up because she's invisible until you suddenly see her striking from behind and like hitting a little point like just under his shoulder blade, and suddenly he just kind of freezes up like this. And as she kind of hits a pressure point, and then she pops him twice more, and yeah, he's he looks slightly incapacitated at the moment. Yeah, and now it's Etel's turn.
Monks are bullshit, but they're
Yeah.
on our team, so it's fine.
Etel. Yes, that's what's gonna happen. Etel, looking over at what's happening and seeing that you've incapacitated him for a moment, takes a couple steps towards him, takes something small out of a pouch at his side, kind of starts to whisper to himself, and
You know, we should trap him inside. So.
well, ooh. Yeah, so as he does this, the Rakshasa's eyes dart back and forth, and it seems to strain. And even though it's obvious there's some kind of spell being cast, nothing seems to happen. And Etel looks over and says, I tried.
It's okay. Do it again.
Good try, buddy.
Okay. So, Salai is up now. Oh, yeah. I hope everybody's back next time. Salai being up gets the rest of the way over to Crom and casts Greater Invisibility.
This is just ridiculously awesome.
This is
So-
the craziest fight.
Crom is now giant and invisible, and also has Death Ward on her.
No, I haven't.
You never cast Death Ward.
Yeah, I haven't buffed Crom at all.
That's
yet.
right.
I'm just gonna say, I really wish she was here.
I know, she's doing great for not being here. Jordan, you'll have to tell her after. Okay. And so that's Salai's turn. Roland, your turn. You are up, and he is right in front of you.
Cut a bitch.
And you have flanking, so you have
Advantage.
what's it called? Advantage. And I
Get 'em
think
rolling.
your microphone is muted.
Yeah, it was. All right, I got a 26.
Yeah.
26 hits. And
All
you're
right,
attacking
and
with
then
your,
I get to-
you're
my
attacking with
rapier.
your rapier again. Okay, cool. Go ahead.
Which also means I get to roll my D8 plus my 4D6 because of sneak attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've got
Yeah.
shaves within 5 feet. Okay, and I've got to roll my other. Let me see. That's 11, 18, and let me roll my 2. 22, 25 damage.
25
Holy-
damage. Okay.
Christ.
Yeah, rogues. 25 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Broken. Beautiful.
Says the
Thank
monk.
you.
Well, let me see something real quick.
Is that rapier magical?
That's what I'm going to see. I don't remember if it is on this one. The longbow is.
Yeah, the rapier's
Rapier
not magical.
It's not a magical item. As you go to stab and stab in, it seems almost like it bends and doesn't penetrate. Like you stab, but it doesn't seem to do any
Mhm.
damage.
Oh, rats.
That was a really good roll.
Yeah.
Um,
So do the weapons have to be magical to hurt him?
Seems like it.
Okay.
So you
all
could just
right.
back up and use the longbow next time.
No, I'll use my magical dagger.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
that's right.
would,
You got the magical dagger. Sidus, you're up.
I don't really know what to do.
I don't know. He's stunned at the moment.
Yeah, I don't really know what to do. I'm not gonna do anything, but I do still want to try to use my owl to do the help action, but I really don't think it does anything at this point.
Yeah.
You can use your owl to do the help action.
Yeah, it should give somebody advantage, but I don't know if I could give them any more of an advantage.
Yeah, there's a lot of advantage going around.
There is a lot of advantage. It's true. Let's see. Okay. I mean, we can do that if you want. Is that your turn then?
Yep.
Okay. In that case, Chomp, you are back up.
Okay. So I'm going to pull out my Ruby of Loth
Oh gosh.
and
Just 'cause you can.
whisper and rub it and summon a little shadow demon.
Okay. Where are you summoning it? I don't remember exactly where it can be summoned.
It doesn't say. It just says once per day summon a shadow demon.
That's right.
That's cool.
Mhm.
I suppose it would just work like summon greater demon, which I think
Yeah,
there's
pretty
like
much.
a pretty wide range where you can pop it into existence.
It is. Yeah, you can pop it into existence pretty much anywhere on this map.
Maybe right next to it.
Yeah,
somewhere
I'm
here.
just gonna like pop it in over there, and then call out like, oh look, where did that come from?
Oh, it's got reinforcements.
It's got the reinforcements. Yes.
And command it to attack the Rakshasa.
Okay. Can it attack on you? Yeah, I can attack. Yeah.
Wow.
We're just gonna have it go on your turn. So, yeah, go ahead and roll an attack for your demon.
That's just an 8 to hit.
That does not hit.
Does it multi-attack?
No, it's not super powerful,
Oh,
but
It's another body on the field.
yeah, but
You could have had 3 on the field, but someone.
look, I don't even know this one's our ally. It just like whipped its arm into the air.
Just like.
Oh,
It's just swinging around.
it's gesturing menacingly at us. We must take it down.
and Chomp is definitely fighting the urge to. I mean, we are like in a cemetery next to a mausoleum. He could very easily just reanimate a couple of more skeletons or corpses, but showing some restraint.
You know,
You're interfering with his build, man.
I know.
All right, and now Crom's up. Who is invisible, but I'm guessing goes over to attack the Rakshasa,
Yep.
Up in there.
who is now surrounded on almost every side.
This is yes.
Go ahead and roll for an attack at advantage because he's stunned.
Wow, that was. That's a miss.
Okay, so the
That's like
first
a-
one,
Yeah, 12.
as you all see Giant Crom come back, well, no, because it's greater invisibility. You hear this thud, and suddenly this spray of dirt goes up beside the Rakshasa between Shay and the fiend.
Like, what?
Shay, not exactly sure what happened, but something very heavy and metal just landed almost on your feet. Go ahead and make another roll. The second attack.
There we go. That's a 27.
That
Ew.
Oh,
and
I was going to use the bonus action to turn on the spectral aura, but I'm trying to read what that does exactly.
oh, yeah, you could do that.
I don't know if I could do that. I mean, I guess I've already made the attack, but
You have already made the attack, yes.
so that'll be after we resolve this one. Yep. All right. So,
Okay. I mean, you could turn it on now. Basically, it.
I mean, I was about to roll for damage for the
Oh, yeah.
second
Because
attack.
you already hit with this one, yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Basically, give you an extra 1d6 necrotic damage.
Yeah.
But go ahead and roll damage for this attack.
Don't forget the extra D4.
11. I think it's 11.
11. All right. Crom, having missed with the first one and fairly angry about it, comes down again, and none of you see this happen, of course.
Or
But you suddenly, and you don't hear it either because there's no sound in here. But you see the Rakshasa kind of just like kind of jolt to the side, and like a good amount of blood suddenly sprays. Yeah.
And then with the bonus action, turn on the spectral aura. Which I don't think she's done before, or at least not often.
Everything got quiet.
Tim? Is Tim there?
Tim is frozen.
Yeah, I think Tim is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does that mean we win? I think that means we won.
I think we won. Yeah,
Yep.
totally.
I mean, if the Rakshasa disconnects, like, technically.
Yeah. Oh. Burb. I have a song stuck in my head. It's from like Yoshi.
Am I here?
Yes.
Oh,
Welcome back.
Hey, everybody. I think I'm back.
Yes.
All right, let me see something.
See, now it's in your head, Michael.
well, that's because your fault.
Mm-hmm.
What's in your head? What's going on?
I have a silly song in my head, and I have now infected everyone else with it.
Oh, that's nice. It's so nice of you.
I know, right? It's
Okay,
like
so where were we?
Yoshi. It sounds like Yoshi. Okay.
Who's
So Crom
What was going on?
just hit and activated the spectral aura.
and
Oh,
then
That's right.
and then it was the Rakshasa's turn.
Oh, I thought we
And
had
then it was
defeated
the
the
Rakshasa.
Rakshasa and we were going through the loot.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. That's right. I completely
Yeah.
forgot. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what was
Oh
happening.
yeah, Tim, while you were gone.
While I was gone. That makes sense. All right.
It's totally.
10 natural
I don't know.
20s in a row. Take care of shit.
This is crazy. This is wild.
The Rakshasa it is still stunned until the end of Shay's turn, so it doesn't do anything.
Hey.
Is it?
Quintus, you're up.
Yeah. Well, what the hell do I do here? I feel like just staying away is the safest thing, just to keep the silence up. Yeah, I will. Oh, I've sort of got an idea.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just hold. I'll hold channel divinity until after Shay's turn to control her blood to give her a free attack on him.
Okay.
You the best.
So you can get that stun after the stun ends, hopefully.
All right. In that case, Shay, it's your turn.
Hey, I wonder what I'm gonna do.
Took a lot.
I think I'm gonna punch him and stun him again.
Punch in the face.
And I'm at advantage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Whew.
For so many reasons.
Everybody's at like triple advantage at this point.
20.
Okay, that'll hit.
Because that first roll would not have hit.
Go
I was
for
like,
it.
wait a minute. Okay, so I'm definitely doing a stunning strike on him. Because, yeah, I'm not going to deal with that. And then with my ghost punching fists, I am going I hit him. I'm getting there. Well, that first one was a 6 for damage.
Okay. 6. Cool.
6. I rolled a 1 on a d6, so
It happens.
yeah, it does. And then I'm gonna hit him again.
Okay.
And 25, I think, is gonna hit.
That'll hit.
And that is for 10 damage.
And 10 damage.
And then I get another attack. Right?
You do have your offhand. Yeah, you have your bonus action attack. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Quintus gave me a free attack.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's at the end of your turn. And are you re-stunning him with these attacks?
I already re-stunned him.
Oh, really? Wow.
Did you?
Yeah, I said I was gonna on my very first one.
He has to roll.
He has to
shit,
roll
that's
against
right.
it.
I'm sorry. On the
Okay.
on the first one, yeah.
It's a con save,
Yes.
Yes, it is
14.
a con save.
and he rolled a 2. Okay. So I'm rolling like crap tonight. So
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you. 23, I think, is gonna hit.
23 hits. Yes.
For a total of 9 damage.
9. Okay.
And then now I'm using the free attack Quintus gave me.
Yeah, it's just like a soft red glow from the pendant.
Jesus Christ, I rolled 2 19s. So 27.
That will hit.
And I have 8 damage. Just another 8 damage.
Fuck up this rock shots.
Yep. Yep.
You fucking killed my mom.
As the monk
I'm
sits there.
I'm just seeing.
None of you can hear this. All you can see is your monk friend just like wailing, like punch after punch, faster than you can even like catch the hands moving. And the Rakshas is just
Killed
like,
my mom.
yeah. I mean, it's in character. Okay.
Yes.
Attell. What is Attell going to do? I don't even know.
He's gonna cheer on his daughter.
You know what? He's gonna. Just a sec. He's going to be the last point in that nice little compass of pain, and he takes out.
Yes.
He draws his dagger and his rapier and starts attacking. And now I roll good. That's a 26 to hit and a natural 20. Okay.
Wow.
It's because you're rolling on the side of good.
It's rolling, so 28, and that was for the rapier.
Got him.
Oh gosh. And that's. Oh gosh. And I just rolled. Because I doubled the dice, but I rolled 2 8s on a d8. So that's 17 points of damage. I mean, he's a magic. Yeah. In any case, that's his turn. So he's looking real rough, and it is Salai's turn.
I feel like Salai would just appreciate the artistry of slaughter.
Yes, takes out his sketch pad and starts. Oh my gosh.
I will dub this the last moments of a kitty cat.
And then it's on to Roland. Roland is right in front of you. He's been hit a lot.
All right.
What would you like to do?
I've got Amaterasu, my magical dagger out.
As you take out your magical dagger. Okay.
Oh, good. Okay. My dice are rolling better. That was a 27 to hit.
27 hits.
Yeah, and I'm going to do my sneak attack too, along with my other dice.
Okay.
So that's 3 plus 8 would be 11, and let me roll my 2 others again. Oh, wow. 11, 17, 20 damage.
And you also, with that, get a you get an extra d6 fire damage with that weapon.
Oh, okay. Cool. So plus 5. 31?
25.
So 31 damage.
No,
You all-
I'm not sure. I forgot what I had. I'm asking y'all.
I think you did
Sounds
20 damage.
Yeah, you're right. I
plus-
did 20.
plus the
I did
5,
20,
it's
so plus
25.
5.
25. Okay, so as y'all watch, Roland takes out this black bladed dagger that seems to have kind of this jet black blade with this dark mist that seems to dance up and down the blade, and he slashes across. And as he hasn't been able to really move since he got to this spot, he's still facing you.
You're done fucked up.
As you slash across backhanded, you all see this bloom of blood appear and start to run down the robe in front as he finally crumples down to the ground. And very, very dead.
Can I kick him
You
or
can
stomp on him?
You can kick on him, stomp on him. And you know what?
And after she does that, can I loot his body?
No. I need to loot his body.
You know.
Oh, all right. I guess you deserve it.
Time. So we'll get to that next time.
I need to, like, stomp in his skull.
That was brutal.
So that, like, I didn't quite expect you to get to this fight, but I mean, we jumped into it and it did, and that was very brutal. That was good planning.
Well, especially because like all of the casters are just sitting in the back row watching like a gang jump in over there.
Twiddling their thumbs.
We're all just
did
we're all
our-
like, oh, hold up, let me get my murder on.
I think we were all so worried about it. We just like really stacked on.
We really did.
Yeah.
It's like, hold on, let me get my murder hobo on.
That was pretty good.
I'm worried about this battle. Let's bring out the nukes.
Yeah. It's like, hold on, let me get real angry while I torch down, the garden and then stun you into oblivion. Boom, shuckle.
So I definitely need to make sure that I start throwing in some more enemies that have, you know what? I'm not going to say it.
Stun immunity.
You will learn next time.
Magical resistance. Actually, I don't think magical resistance even helps with a stun check. Stun is such as a DM, yeah, I feel you.
Monks.
I found this to be a quite entertaining day, so that was fine.
That must have been very cathartic for, the family here.
It was.
I'm just saying, it was.
Everybody got their licks in, but as the
Take your
Rakshasa
lumps.
collapses to the ground, bleeding out, we're gonna end there. Please, stay safe out there in COVID land, and
Will do.
I'll see y'all next time. 2 weeks is okay for everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, hopefully, I think it'll be okay for Sly.
Be careful with the storm that's supposed to come through.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So everybody be careful, and Jordan, say hi to Kristen for us. We
I will.
hope she feels better.
Yeah, she just had a little headache. She'll
Tell
be
her
fine.
about
I know how that is.
Crom's invisible giant fight.
Oh yeah.
Yes, please do. And next time you'll find out what you got off the body, I guess.
Oh.
As I stomp in his skull. Got a curb stomp.
Wait, we need some evidence that he was a Rakshasa. wait.
Do we? Do we? Look at the hands.
Well, we definitely need to collect some of that Rakshasa blood. I just feel
Yeah.
like that could come in handy one day.
I do
Okay.
want some of that. But,
You can get it off my boot.
all right, guys, that was good. Later.
Awesome. Yeah.
See you guys.
See ya.
Bye, y'all.
Night all.